Oh wow, that thing cut early. That was weird. All right, well, I'll have to fix that. The intro was like not even finished and it just cut. So I'll sort that out, I guess. Anywho, uh, this is the ADLR Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony, joined by Brian.
Hey.
And we got Randall over there as well. Hello, Randall? Come on,
What
come
up?
on,
What
dude.
up? What up? What up? What up?
I need you to be like tech and reactions, right? Like, what's going on here? Anywho, what was I talking about before we went live again? Oh, I saw this before we started. I saw this commercial for a Netflix show called I think it's called Murderville, right? And it's like Will Arnett and some other people, but the whole premise is Will Arnett is like a main character, right? But they in each episode they do like a murder mystery kind of thing, and all of the guest stars don't have a script, so they have to ad lib the rest of the whole episode. So apparently, like, you see people like break character trying to get back to it, and like people running. I saw a clip, and what the girl who's from Schitt's Creek's in it, I guess, as a guest star.
Which girl?
Ew, David.
Oh, okay.
Alexis.
Yeah, Alexis. Nice.
The actor. I'm sorry, I don't remember the actress's name, but at the moment, but I saw it in the trailer. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna add that to my backlog. That sounds like a fun time to watch. People like stumble through, trying to ad
What is
lib.
it on?
It's a Netflix show. I think it's called Murderville. But anyway, I saw that premise. I'm like, that's pretty interesting. I'd like to see that, because it's Will Arnett. Like, you have to look Will Arnett in his eyes and make something up while he knows the script, right? Like, he knows what he's supposed to say, and he's waiting for you to come back with something.
How does that work then?
I think he know, like, there's main part. Like, what I'm thinking is there's main plot points that he'll guide them to, but then anyone he's conversing with has to like ad lib conversations, I guess. I don't know. It's when I heard about that in the trailer, I'm like, what? And then there's some funny clips of like people, you can see them trying to act, but then like smiling, like they're breaking in the middle of it. I have to see who the full featured guest list are.
There's 4 people I can think of already that would do well on that show. Steve Carell.
Oh yeah.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd.
Anyone from SNL.
Zach Galifianakis.
Let me see. Let me look that up quick. Murderville.
They would do really well on that show.
I'm sure they're probably guest stars. Let's see. It came out this. It came out this year. It came out 4 days ago. So that explains it. Okay, that's why I'm getting ads for it. Can I get a list of like people who are in it? Cast, full cast and crew. Let's see if
Bill Hader would be awful at it. He laughs a lot.
That's like Jimmy Fallon. Yeah, like Jimmy Fallon. I don't see a lot of familiar faces on the cast list on the site. Conan O'Brien's in it. Okay, these must be the guest stars because they're here for one episode. Conan O'Brien, Marshawn Lynch, Sharon Stone, Ken Jeong. Ken Jeong's the guy from Hangover. That's on the Masked show as well. The Masked Singer, yeah. That's only 4 episodes, yeah. I wonder who else is in it as a guest star. So there's like in the credits, there's seems to be like few characters on here that are on each episode. The guy, Will Arnett's character's Detective Terry Seattle. I'll have to check it out. It sounds like an interesting take. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that at the top of the show. Anywho, how are y'all doing? Did y'all's weekends go by in a second?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that seems like that's the popular thing in 2022 so far.
It's like, oh, it's finally Friday, and then you blink, and then you're getting ready for work.
Yeah. For me, it's like I blink, I'm like, oh, I'm about to get ready to go to bed for tomorrow because it's Monday. Or it's Sunday night, but tomorrow's going to be Monday. Anywho. Oh my God, and I'm still gassy. Randall. What exciting adventures did you get into this weekend?
I didn't.
Oh, at all? You didn't get into any adventures?
Nope. I'm trying to think. Only thing I remember doing is watching Bad Batch with you.
That's that's pretty exciting. That's an adventure in its own, right? The whole Bad Batch series. That's how we're gonna segue into
Didn't
that,
even
Ryan.
play any
Bless you.
games this weekend.
Bless you, Ryan. The hell? You
Well,
good?
actually, that's not true. I played Tekken yesterday.
That's a way of life. That's not a game.
For a little bit.
You're not feeling burnt out yet? I mean, you've been putting some time in that.
Well, I haven't been playing during the week, so I've only been playing on the weekend. And last week I only played on Sunday. This week I only played on Sunday. So, and it shows in my performance.
Oof. The week break. It's not like muscles. The muscles aren't getting bigger. It's like the week break. You're just forgetting how to lift.
Yeah.
Oh no. So you're gonna go back to weekdays as well, or no?
Nah, because I mean, even though I'm not playing during the week, I'm still getting other things done. So
Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, you already mentioned it. I mean, we can start like going through some of the shit, right? Like a Bad Batch. You came in like the last 6 episodes, maybe 7. While I was watching it during my lunch breaks.
well, I had already started watching it. I just don't remember where I left off.
Oh, okay.
I think like when I started watching it with you, at least 2 of those episodes I had already saw. So I think maybe like the last few was the ones I didn't see.
Oh, okay. So I mean, you guys remember on this podcast so episodes ago? I think it was sometime last year, maybe mid last year. We all saw the pilot episode, which is like an hour long, with a good introduction and what the hell is about to happen in this show. And then from there, I kind of took a break from it and just didn't watch the rest of it. And then I realized, oh, the whole season's done. So I started watching it during my lunch breaks. Anywho, the main thing is the Bad Batch is quote unquote defective clones who aren't affected by the inhibitor chip are rebelling against the clones being forced to work for the Empire. Anywho, what's her name? Omega is a Generation 1 clone that they want their hands on for science reasons, or pretty much. And they're basically hiding her and keeping her away from the Empire. So most of the show is people coming after them to get her. While there's also like feuds between old members that used to be in the Bad Batch, and then their inhibitor chip actually tore them apart. Things like that. And that's basically like a per episode. It's a good way of like the show uses those characters to explore more of the Star Wars universe, like different planets, different characters, some returning characters. It's just a good vehicle for more Star Wars lore, I guess. That's a good statement for it.
Question for you.
Go for it.
Are the episodes also in random order in this show, or is it all sequential?
It's all sequential. It's not like what was it, Clone Wars? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
No, they kept it linear for the most part because it follows them like pretty closely. I think Clone Wars was tackling a lot of different characters going in different directions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is like hyper focus on the Batch and anyone who's like they come in contact with them in their Jason Bourne at type of style escape where it's basically they're always on the run until about like midway through the show they find like a settle point where it's like, all right, from here we can kind of lay low, and they start doing ops for said person, things like that. Up until they catch up, right? To the point where Omega gets captured. Now they're doing one final rescue to go get her, and it takes, spoilers, it takes place in Camino, but where the show started. It's huge climactic end, action packed, explode. Like Michael Bay would be proud of the explosions in the last 2 episodes. It was really cool. I one, getting to know all the clones as you. Not all the clones, the Bad Batch clones. Wrecker, Echo, Hunter. Who's the tech guy that Sid calls Goggles? Tech? I think it's Tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. You of course will gravitate to one of those because you like they all have their specializations. if I guess that's the term for it. Anywho. Ooh. It was just a cool 20-minute episode each. Like, at first I was like scared that after watching that hour-long first episode that it was gonna like make the rest of the episodes like feel too short. But the pacing's just about right. A dilemma happens, they get out of it, they're out. Nice bite-sized episodes. So I think that was one of the things we brought up when we watched the pilot and talked about it on here. But alas, it was still a great show to watch, especially since it's only like 16 episodes. And then after the first like hour-long episode, the rest are only 20 minutes. Like, you can get through it no problem. It was really cool. I know, I really enjoyed it. I haven't started watching the Boba Fett show yet, but Randall told me there's some characters that make an appearance in the Boba Fett show, which I'm kind of excited to see what they've transferred over. Because there's a lot of cool characters you meet in this. Like, Sid's really funny to me. I enjoyed that character a lot. The bounty hunter you'll see in this as well. He was really cool. It looked like he walked out of the SteamWorld series games. You're like, oh shit. Like, I if I didn't know any better, I'm like, that's probably a character in the SteamWorld, and they just made him look like Star Wars-esque. But anyway, I know I definitely recommend that. I had a fantastic time.
So Bad Batch is over then, or this season?
This season is over. They can continue it because the way it ended, there's still some like grievances and like arcs that haven't really felt. They sort of fleshed out, but it's like they can keep going. So they're kind of in a we're permanently laying low kind of situation because the way it ends, if that makes sense. So technically, yeah, they can just write, oh, they're being chased again, but there's other things. So I just don't want to spoil it. But for what, 16 episode season, I'm down. And then the next one, if they do announce another one, I'm gonna be right there watching. Because I never caught the Clone Wars show as it was airing.
Okay.
So I kind of missed out on that. But now that I'm caught up on this, I'm like, yeah, I definitely want more. So I kind of get if you were watching the Clone Wars season by season and you wanted like that hunger for more, I'm there now with the Bad Batch. So I'm definitely Disney Plus is like another season. I'm like, all right, I'm there. Definitely enjoyed it. Brandon, I don't know if you want to add anything else. I mean, just to that, especially with like the art side.
Not really.
What do you think? Like, you
covered everything. What'd you say?
So, what would you think there? Final verdict. Would you recommend it to someone or not?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
It was good.
I think I would also recommend it to people who don't know anything about Star Wars. Like, there's a lot of stuff you can geek out if you like had some prior knowledge. But I think even for people who aren't like huge fans of it and just watch it casually, I think they'll still get a lot out of this. I did one of the things that you'll see like an Easter egg in the background. You know, I don't know if it was an Easter egg, but you see the same type of alien species that's in Jabba's thing that plays the music. Like one of them is just walking in the background, and I'm like, I just want him to turn around with an instrument and just start playing it. Yeah, there's cool stuff like that. Anywho, so that's it, Randall. You didn't get anything sexy over the weekend?
Nope.
Oh, okay. That's wild. Yeah, I also didn't. That's why I'm just stalling here because we're just hanging out. I mostly played video games, like older video games. Me and Brian did actually do an episode of Nobody Saves the World on Saturday, and that's already up. Went up today. Because I'm like, we figured we fucking...
crack, man.
Yeah, we both like it, and we're just going to keep playing it, so...
I thought I was closer to fucking finishing Guardians than I was. I believe it's 16 chapters, and I started, I was like, where I left off, I was on chapter 12. I'm like, yeah, it's Sunday morning. Let me try to go through this. A whole like hour, and there's like chapter 13. I'm like, what the hell?
That's actually pretty short. An hour for a chapter? That's not bad. That's not that bad.
Well, like, I say an hour to say, I mean, it wasn't that, but it was way longer than at least the other chapters.
Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of the same style as Uncharted. Because Uncharted 1 through 4, like, they have different, like, they have like a certain amount of chapters, but not all of them are the same length. Like sometimes you'll go through like a crazy sequence and you just went up one chapter. And you're like, damn, that was a damn chapter. And then you'll have like a dialogue scene, and then the next chapter starts, and you're like, all I did was watch a cutscene.
Mm-hmm.
So the number of chapters usually doesn't. It kind of tells me like, all right, I know when to start like beelining because I'm about to finish, but time wise, it can go. It's up in the air. I still need to start. I still need to continue that. For me, it just ends up being, oh, I sit down here and I'm like, time to play games I've already not already played, but I'm already hooked in, and they're older games instead of newer ones. And now like Sifu's coming out this week, and then Horizon next week, and the balls Dying Light 2 came out last week, and we haven't started that. Like the games are already rolling, and it's early in the year. So, and what sucks is they're mostly open world, right? Dying Light 2 is a bunch of hours. Horizon's a bunch of hours. Hopefully, Sifu is going to be like a smaller, since it's like a beat 'em up, it'll be smaller, like more bite size. We can run through that.
I looked at, I think, everything I currently have on my wish list, with the exception of the obvious JRPGs like Shin Megami and things. The shortest game is like 11 hours.
That's not so bad. That's actually a pretty decent like run. You can do that in like a weekend or two, especially if you're not rushing it.
Mm-hmm.
That gives me like
And fucking Game Pass keeps adding games I bought in December or things like that. Like Skull, I bought a couple months ago in 2021. Coming to Game Pass this week. Dreamscaper I bought during the winter sale. I haven't played it yet, but it's installed. It's on Game Pass now.
at this
What do I?
point you should still keep it on. Like don't play the Game Pass versions because Steam Deck's coming around the corner. NDA broke on the hardware, so if you want to see the reviews on the hardware stuff for this,
Saying wait on the games that have Game Pass and just play them on Steam Deck.
yeah, because that's gonna be the perfect platform to just walk around and play indie games, like especially like Skull or Dreamscaper, they're
I
roguelites.
installed Skull already.
Oh, okay.
It's too simple for me.
Speaking of Game Pass, Rainbow Six Extraction's on there, and that reminded me I did the training stuff the VR stuff, and I did all the challenges for the VR. So now I'm ready for getting in there and doing it. The challenges give you some like XP and like unlock some like I don't know if it's skins or some armor stuff. So you might as well go ahead and do it. It's pretty simple stuff.
I've already done them.
Oh, I thought you said you skipped them or
No, I did everything possible in the training mode. Don't stop.
okay. Your camera's like auto focusing because your hands are like right
Because
from
my
the
hands are in
camera.
the way.
Yeah. Anywho, that's it. I installed Rainbow Six Extraction. Did the VR stuff. Not VR. They're called VR missions, like the training missions. I don't have VR headset. Then played a bunch of Ghost Recon Breakpoint. The DLC is like a more structured way of doing some campaign stuff. I've just been vibing on those open world games, just slowly playing through them. And then
You gonna
go
try?
ahead.
What are you gonna say?
No, I was gonna tell Randall I watched Red Notice as well. Are we on Saturday night? So yeah, that's definitely an easy franchise for them to milk more. All of them look like they're having a good old fucking time doing it. The action sequences are good. It's funny. Ryan Reynolds is. I see why the world wants to marry him. So it's good stuff.
I've been wanting to get myself to. I want to watch Nightmare Alley already, but then on my weekends I do nothing involving watching things.
Oh, I mean, it could be like what you mentioned. It could be episodes ago with the burnout.
It's a good chance.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
I've been on a TV binge because I'm trying to knock things out like Narcos and Bad Batch. So I finished Bad Batch. Because when those backlog for TV seasons start adding, that's a lot of hours. Where like a movie, I can just 2 hours. I know it's gonna take 2 hours, and I can take it out in one day. But a
Even
TV
the
series,
shows, I'm like, and I really need to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and then I do anything but that.
that last season you can get through because it's really short. I don't think it's a full season.
I saw the first episode of that one show I was talking to you about, the Overall Children.
Oh, is it a good pilot or no?
It's interesting. I just don't. It's not. It's not like. It's not like a pilot that I'm like. I shove everyone to start watching it, but I'm interested so far.
Okay. So that's basically the question. Like, is it a good hook? Like that pilot, you're like, all right, I gotta see how this turns out, or is it like this can go, this can go badly halfway through the season, or
Yeah, it depends on what they try to latch on to the most, I guess. I mean, it's in space, which is, I mean, it could be a question brought up that if it whatever the plot points point for point happen outside of space, would I care? I
mm-hmm.
mean, I don't know yet, but
Okay.
space.
Let me know, and I'll add that to the backlog as well. There's another anime I have on my backlog called Akuma Drive, I think it is, or Akuma Drive.
That sounds familiar.
It's because I saw a clip of like the fight scenes in it, and it was like like really well animated choreograph, and I'm like, oh, I just add it. I literally just saw an action sequence. I'm like, backlog.
Mm.
And there's another one too, but I didn't add it to my backlog, and I'm like punching myself because I forgot to add it. It was like I think it's like a one-handed dude. It's like it takes place in a school or something, and they're like in a boxing ring, and the animation of like the fight was like, people are keying this. Like,
Do you know if the dub for Megalobox is caught up for the second
oh,
season?
I haven't checked because I remember I do remember you telling me to remind you. I saw the Japanese
Sub.
subbed. Yeah, that's a good question because I'd rewatch that in dub because that second season hits. Let me double check. Megalo Box Nomad dub. There's a
I want to watch
dubbing
that shit.
wikia. That's wild.
What does that mean?
Uh, it's a 2021 anime that serves as a sequel to Megalobox. It premiered in Japan on April 4th. Funimation is producing an English dub of the series, which premiered on Funimation Now streaming service on June 6, 2021. I think it's been out on Funimation. Let me go check. Funimation Now? I'm gonna put in Nomad. It should come up. There it is. Whoops. That's not even what I wanted to see. But it just says Megalobox on their site. Season 2, Nomad. Yep, English and Japanese, English, Japanese. It looks like all of it's been done. In Japanese, English. Yep. So you're good to go, man.
I need to watch that.
Enjoy it. Holy shit. I forgot about the show. Yeah, it's gonna be dope. I just closed it. I think it's like 12 episodes. Fuck. Oh well. I forgot what it was. Yeah. I don't know, Randall, did you hold off on it or did you watch it in Japanese?
Japanese.
Okay. But yeah, if you've been waiting for the dub, it's been out, I guess. I guess it came out in April, and then a month or two later, it was already out in dub. I didn't notice. So that's on me because we could have watched it before the year and then. But then again, it's not a movie or anything.
Yeah, more backlog shit.
You can get through that over the weekend. That'd be a good one.
I just need to get through. I want to get through Guardians so I can start a new game. Are you gonna week 1 play a Lost Ark?
I don't know. The gamer side of me is like, yeah, right, and then reality me is like, probably not, right. So I don't know. We'll see. Because I'm sure like the first week it's gonna have server issues. So it's gonna have queues. It's free to play. So people are just literally waiting for it to go free to play, and people are gonna jump on it right away. So once that dies down and people go, oh, I love it, or oh, I hate this because of this, and stop playing it, it'll be easier to just jump on and try it out.
From like the reviews of the beta that had happened like months ago, I heard only like nice things, and then some people are like it's more the same, like a noticeable loop. Those people admittedly said they're not really like Diablo kind of people.
Which makes sense. So you have to be a fan of that genre or class of game, which makes sense. I mean, looking at the trailer, yeah, you can easily tell that. So that's not something that's gonna surprise me. The big thing is the open world games, dude. Like Breakpoint and playing because it just got a hook in me, and then we started to do Wildlands, and we're still doing Nobody Saves the World, which is not open world, but it is sort of with a bunch of very different type of grinding, but very entertaining.
It's somewhat of a Metroidvania aspects to it if you think about it.
Yeah, I think that's what we were messing up before with some of the grinding of the forms, where it's like, oh, break these wards. We should have just been doing dungeons with those wards in it. Because I remember when
Yeah.
we found that X9999 damage, that we did like almost all of them in that, just redoing that.
We had the fucking eureka moment.
Yeah, dude. Like when you said the egg, I'm like, what have we been doing? If anybody watches that episode, you're gonna be like, and know about the eggs passage. You're gonna be like, what the fuck are these idiots doing? Granted, without that tech, we got pretty far. But then once we had the tech, it was like it was over. And that's kind of the kind of eureka moment you need in the game design. It's like, oh shit. Yes, it's difficult, but it's once you find out that
Once you find the grime shit,
yeah, which I'm sure the develop drink box was like, we designed around this. Let's make it 99 and see if they figure out that they need the egg. Yeah, it's good stuff. Anywho, playing Nobody Saves the World, I'm like, I think I should play Severed. I'm not a huge classic dungeon crawler player because I never played those games. I'm like, if they did this, they made both Guacameles, which were both fantastic, and now this, and it's really fun. And I skipped over Severed because I'm like, oh, the genre, and I never even bothered to look into it.
I forgot it came out. That was the issue. I was interested in it. I just forgot it existed.
Well, then there you go. That's another one you
So
can add to your
Steam?
Steam. Yeah, it should be. That's how old that is.
I don't know how old it. I forgot about it.
Type in Severed, and if it's on Steam, you could probably run that on your Steam Deck.
Severed? How do you, Severed?
You got it. I think that's it.
I don't see it.
Did I lie to you? There's no way. I mean, there's a way I can lie to you, but
There's a way. I mean, I could spell it wrong. I don't know.
let me look it up.
I'm just gonna go Nobody Saves the World and go to the drink box.
Yeah. No, you spelled it correctly. Oh wait, it's not. There is no Steam like.
Is it only Epic?
It's mobile. Oh no, platforms Nintendo 3DS, Wii U, iOS, PlayStation Vita, and Nintendo Switch. Did they never port it over to PC?
What platforms again?
Vita, iOS, Nintendo 3DS, Wii U, and then Switch. That is wild.
I'm not gonna get it on Switch, but I already have a backlog on that console alone.
That's insane. Okay. Speaking of that, Brian, I still need to do Dread. I haven't done much of Dread. That's what I'm saying. Like when the weekend comes and I got like time to game, I'm like, let's game, and I'm gaming something I have other priorities. I'm like, nah, that can wait.
It's a mix of that. For me, it's like I have a backlog of not just games, like movies and albums and TV shows, and then I'll give it a fair try. Like I'll play a bit of something in my backlog, and in the second someone's like, hey, "You want to play Valorant or you want to play this game?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then I save and just get the fuck out of the game.
Oh,
I don't know all of it.
On the bright side, I am getting through it because I'm talking about the backlog like I'm disrespecting it. I finished Ion Fury last week, so now this week I'm gonna try the next thing. So streaming my backlog is helping me. Otherwise, I would never go through this.
Yeah, I think I need to switch. Friday I don't think works anymore because of how short the weekends feel nowadays. That when I get home, I'm like, I don't feel like turning the camera on.
That's weekend time.
Yeah,
And I ain't talking about
but
Able, right?
I need to find another day. Either Tuesdays or Thursdays. I guess I have to give up for streaming.
I mean, if it feels like you're giving up, then don't bother, right?
Well, because I need to play these anyway. So either streaming or maybe just have it as me time to maybe just do recording. I don't know.
Yeah, you can record it. Or you can just stream without their camera.
I guess it's more so not turning on the camera. It's like, all right, here comes
Getting
entertainment.
into stream mode.
Yeah.
Jeez, I'm gassy. I'm sorry. I was also wiping boogers on my forearm so I can get easy access to it later. Anywho, Randall said he's in the restroom, so he'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, what are we talking about? I'm just gonna call this episode "Disrespecting the Backlog."
There you go.
And we're good. All right, that's a wrap. 30-minute episode. We'll be back next.
It was Chris D'Elia, Will Sasso, and I think Brian Callen. They had a podcast called 10-Minute Podcast. They used to do it like years ago.
Wait. Let me see. 10-minute podcast. Is that for real? Oh, wow. Yeah, it's on Apple Podcasts. 2018. That's insane.
Yeah.
How many episodes is it on? 650. I guess so. If it's only 10 minutes, you can have a lot of fucking episodes.
I still need to start the Fake Doctors, Real Friends on the Scrubs one. It's just, for me, let me see on YouTube if I can find it. I like podcasts while watching like having video with it instead of just listening.
Oh, you like to see it? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I like to see it. Because there's more nuances. You can see someone's react. If someone says something stupid, you can see them react to it. Like their reaction, you know what I mean? That you froze for a second.
No, I see what you mean. Like when I'm working, I sometimes listen to the Two Bears, One Cave. And let me tell you something about Bert. I forgot his last name. His laugh makes me laugh. No, because it sounds like he's faking his laugh. It makes me laugh.
Because
he's like,
I hate when he laughs like that so much. If it wasn't Tom as like the person who does the podcast, his laugh makes me laugh. Tom laughing is like Steve Carell. I start laughing, and it's his face too, because he laughs like he goes.
Yeah, he's like
surprised.
I will never forget the way they were both laughing. The Kool-Aid clip encapsulates everything about that show.
Mm-hmm.
How wild Bert is, how he laughs, how like logical Tom is, how he like broke that's how that show is. Is how wild does Bert get to break Tom?
Have you seen I think I put it in your Discord when they talk about so it starts with Tom asking Bert, where would you move? It's like a getaway town. Like if somehow something happened with him and his girlfriend or his wife, where would you move? Where you knew she wouldn't come after you. That's where the conversation starts. Watch the rest. I'm not gonna. I don't want to spoil what happens.
Do you know what episode it is? Because I've been listening to full episodes. So.
No, I don't know. Let me see. I posted it somewhere, so I can just. It might say from this episode.
Okay, if you get that number, tell me. Because I had to look up what episode the Kool-Aid thing was, and it's episode 36. So early on in that show, they came out with some wild shit. I think like a few episodes ago, like it's a recent episode.
Episode 114.
I might have already heard it then. And I just have horrendous memory.
What episode are you on?
I'm starting from latest and going back. So like there's one that's recent where they both just get like they do everything. They drink, they get high, they're getting plastered while recording, and it gets insane. It's a really funny episode. I don't know what episode that is, but now that we're over here advertising other podcasts while listening to this one.
I don't know if you've seen it or not. I don't want to just watch the clip of
it. Okay. I mean, I can't watch it now, obviously, because
I'm sending directly to you. I'm gonna put it in, I guess, this podcast call.
Okay. Yeah, like that. Do you see like the thumbnail of Tom laughing when he's
Tom's
that
laugh. Yeah.
is, and I don't see this because I'm always listening. I'm working. I'm just hearing it on Spotify, so I hear them laughing. So I know you probably hate it because I know why you hate it, because you see Bert's face and it doesn't look like he's moving. He's like, and he doesn't move.
Even without, like, if I did this, before I even seen it, when I've heard his laugh, it pisses me off. His laugh. It's one of those laughs that makes you want to stop laughing.
Not for me.
But then Tom's like contagious laugh, I think trumps them.
Oh, not for me.
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Sounds not like for me. Like a drill.
Yeah.
I hate his laugh so much.
No, man, for me, if either one of them starts laughing, I'm laughing. But Bert especially. Because when he gets to that level of like wheezing, it hits me. I don't know why.
I can't with that.
Oh shit. Oh man. So here's an ad spot. 2 Bears, 1 Cave. Let me know when you guys are sending in the check.
It's funny. I mean, that one's funny. Tom's with his wife, the Your Mom's House one, is funny to me.
I
Theo
haven't
Von's is
seen
funny
much
to
of
me.
that. And I haven't seen. I know of a bunch of them because on TikTok they have all those podcasts have like their official account and they just put up the funny clips, right?
Mhm. That's usually how I take these up. Because they
So
have the video
I've
tabs.
seen. Well, once I saw the Kool-Aid thing, I'm like, I'm listening to this podcast because that is insane. Anyway, so I've seen like clips of Bad Friends, which is like the Santino and Bobby Lee one. Uh, I've seen Theo's like on every podcast because it on his.
They're in a ring. They're on in each other's podcast. It's basically Bobby Lee and his girlfriend Kalila, and they have Tiger Belly, right? From there,
It's
from there,
Bobby Lee and Santino.
Bobby Lee is Santino. Bobby Lee has been on Theo's. Bobby Lee has been on The Fighter and the Kid, the Brian Callen and
that clip.
and Brandon Schaub one.
You seen the clip where he tries to tell her that
brutally molested them?
I'm like, we can't play any of these clips for you guys, but like it was DMCA or whatever. But there's a clip of him trying to tell them that he was like molested as a kid, and they laugh, and he's like, if I'm gonna say it again, and if you guys laugh, I'm gonna leave. And then he and the performance is too good.
Yeah. And then Brendan Schaub and Theo Von have their own podcast as well called the King and the Sting, I think.
Okay, that's a good name.
And then I think Theo's on someone else's. He was on someone else's. Brian Callen, I think he has one with someone else. And then they all end up being on Joe Rogan's as well because they're friends. What's his name? The comedian, and he's kind of chubby. He's held like the thickest Italian accent ever. Oh my god!
He's an older gentleman.
Yeah,
I know he's Joey something. I think it's Joey
Diaz.
Is it Joey Diaz?
I think so.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Is that the one with the guy who the clip is? I don't hang around with anyone who doesn't do something. He's like, you got to do something, like drug, like yeah. I know what you're talking about.
He tells a story because him and Tom Segura are friends, obviously.
I'm talking that comedian ring is they all friends. Go ahead.
And they're on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And Tom recalls the hardest ever laughed, and it's a story Joey told him. So then he retells the story, and he has Joe Rogan like wheezing.
Holy shit! I have to watch those clips. I'm sure there's like a playlist of like the best of comedians podcast, and you'll probably that's how I intake this podcast through their compilation. I'm sure there's compilations where they could be don't laugh challenges.
Yeah,
there has to be one there that's like I'm like tempted to look one up to see if there's one that I can record myself trying to go through.
The other person in the ring is Chris
Stefano. Yeah.
Stefano, and he's in Hey Babe, and then he also
I listen to
he's in Everybody's as well.
Mm-hmm. He has his own called Chrissy Chaos.
In that ring, do you know who Tim Dillon is?
By name, that's not ringing a bell.
He's really. You should look into it. It's
Tim
like imagine if Chris Farley had like a New Yorker accent.
I think I know who you're talking about now. Yes, I know who this guy is. I've seen him in other people's podcasts. I
think he has his own with a few people, and then he makes the rings as well. Everybody's in everything.
I actually saw a clip of Tim Dillon today on TikTok on Rogan talking about owning digital real estate and about a metaverse stuff, and I'm like, okay.
The way everything he says is like a rant that gets more and more like
ridiculous.
Yeah. But it's always so funny. I don't remember whose podcast he's on, but he mentions he used to do. What job was it? It wasn't real estate, but it was something like that kind of job in New York, and it's him ranting about him hating his life trying to sell things to people.
Speaking of fucking videos that make me laugh, and I see randomly, what show is it that Kevin Hart and Snoop Dogg are on? I need to find that show and watch all of it.
Snoop Dogg has his own show. I don't know if this is from there. I know what you're talking about. He had his own like news show, and he'd bring in guests and just talk to them.
I'm gonna have to watch that one. But there's one. I don't know if this was all in one Kevin Hart episode, but every time I see a clip and it's Snoop Dogg and Kevin Hart's thing together, I'm laughing. Holy shit, dude.
Snoop Dogg and Shaq are goals in the sense that they just do whatever they want.
Yeah, I mean they've gotten to that level of prosperity. No, prosperity. Like they've done so much already.
Yeah,
That there's like,
and it makes sense. I think I don't remember if it was Shaq or Snoop Dogg. They just went and worked at a McDonald's for a day.
that's pretty dope. Especially, can you imagine just walking to McDonald's and just Snoop going, "What's up, player?" and then hits you with your order. I get out of the car. I just stay
seeing
there.
them have fun is like I'm having fun vicariously through them.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Holy shit. Oh, that's what I forgot to talk about on here. So over the weekend, obviously, I have a cheat day, and I always get pizza. Not always. Sometimes I get pizza. Sometimes I get like a shitload of Chick-fil-A sandwiches because protein. But this weekend I'm like, let me get some pizza. So I go on the website and I see that they have new pies, right? And I'm like, oh, okay. And there's one called spicy pepperoni pie, and I'm like, I see some peppers on there. I'm like, that's not gonna. Not thinking of it, I'm like, I'm gonna be fine. So I order it.
What
But
kind of peppers?
Red peppers. But there's more spicy shit on it that I just didn't know until I got there, right?
Okay.
Until I got here. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, there's more shit on here that's supposed to be spicy. I'll be fine. Not knowing, for some reason, I forgot that I eat entire pies in one sitting.
Mm-hmm.
I have
You got
never.
a large, you got a medium.
It was a large.
Yeah. Okay.
It was. Oh, you know when we stopped playing Nobody Saves the World for me to go eat?
Mm-hmm.
This is when it happened.
Oh.
So then I ate the first slice and I'm like, I think I made a huge fucking mistake. Like, Brian, 2 bites in, but like, not, sinuses open, boogers are like, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And then it gets worse. I can feel the heat going in through my body. I'm like, no, I have 7 more slices of this to go. With Randall as my witness, he came out of his room. I had a glass of water, a glass of milk, the milk carton next to it, and then the water bottle. And after every bite, I'm just like, what, milk or water or something? And I'm like, Randall, I'm like breathing heavily. I'm like, I can't do hot ones. Like, I cannot. I don't know how much. What is the
Scovilles.
measurement? Scovilles this pizza was, but if I cannot do hot ones, there's no way I'll survive it.
I want to do that show so badly.
I don't. I don't even think this was that hot. Like, if someone's, I bet if
Mine's
someone's
not.
listening right now to this podcast or watching it and be like, "What the fuck is he talking about? I've had that pizza. That's nothing." I had a whole pie of it.
Large.
Large, yeah.
Is it limited edition, or you think this is gonna be around for a while?
I think it's limited because it has like other special ones. So I don't know what it is.
Okay, I have 2 questions then.
John said Damas can only do cold ones. Yes, please. Oh my god. Yeah, like it's. Go ahead. What were your question?
So 2 questions. When's your next 24-hour stream?
I wanted to do one before game day. Like, I wanted to do at least like 2 game days this year. I don't know when.
Every season?
Something like that, because like having it all wait till one day. I don't know. I was like maybe like a couple times. You know, like how AG or GDQ does like the one in the beginning of the year, then they do one in the middle of the year for their stuff. I was thinking of doing something similar, but
do one every 3 months.
yeah, I mean that'd be pretty good. So it'd be sometime at the end of the March or something. And then to keep doing
time because Kirby comes out.
Yeah. Well, that's a good time because I could spend the entire thing grinding Kirby. So.
That's what I'm gonna say. Right, so that was question 1.
Yeah.
And that leads into question 2. Make that an incentive for a 24-hour stream. If I'm there, we both get that pizza if it's around. And we eat it. And we have to eat it on the stream though. It can't be goaty or whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, like that'd be wild. What's up, Randall? I hear some stuff happening.
I said, what are y'all talking about?
The pizza that I ate over the weekend.
Oh, okay.
Where you walked out and you saw me.
Did you not know I went to the? Like I put a message in the Discord.
Yeah. I mentioned that you went to the bathroom. I just didn't know when you came back. But now I see that there's a message. Now you're back.
He's been back for a few minutes.
I know, but I was in the middle of telling that pizza story, so that's something that happened. And that Saturday was a day that I destroyed my body. I didn't eat. Like, I ate that pizza, like, at the time when you saw me leave. And then I'm like, you ever feel hot on the inside, cold on the outside?
Yeah, that was literally me on my birthday.
Like that, it felt like I destroyed my body. And, and the first thing that came to mind is I need to cool my body down. So I ordered Cold Stone. Right? I have never
shat his lungs out.
You have no. So I ate the pizza, right? Then like 20 minutes later, I went and shat plasma because of the spice, right?
Obviously.
So my asshole was burning and it hurt, right? Like it was stinging. Like you never had like your asshole stinging.
I've had it.
And it's pulsing. It's pulsing because it's stinging.
Okay, yeah, because I've had like it wasn't a huge shit, but like I sat down and pushed a bit, and it was just LMGing out, and my ass was like that. Hold on,
that's what happened.
I went like that basically.
That was like that. You know the sound effect that when you play as Plasma and Kirby, when you have to hit a bunch of charged static electricity. That's what was coming out of my asshole.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I need to fix this. Let me cool my body down or something. So I ordered the gotta have it size of the biggest size of Cold Stone. And I'm like, let me eat this. I ate almost 3,000 calories of shit you shouldn't eat.
What doesn't make sense is why didn't you just get ice? If you want to cool your body down, you have a fucking fridge.
Brian, cold milk, cold water, everything that was cold going through my body, it was like dissipating as it's going down. That's how hot it was. For me. Yeah. I'm sure there's people who eat like hot foods. I don't eat hot foods like that all the time at all. So some people who are more, experienced, they were probably like, this is nothing. And like, what are you doing? And they might have just only eat 2 slices. I ate an entire pie of that shit. Like, it's to the point where my body, when my brain was like, I put something on the TV and I start eating the pie, right? So mentally, I'm like, I know when I'm like halfway through it. Because I'm like, oh, I ate a slice, whatever. I'm like, okay. I look down and usually I'm like halfway through it already because I'm just going in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, I look down. I'm like, it's been like 30 minutes and I've only eaten 2 slices, right? Like, I'm like, and I've drank so many fucking, so much fucking milk. Just like pouring, taking sips. Oh my god. John in the China, spiciest thing I can eat is the quesadilla from Taco Bell and that new Chipotle chalupa thing. They have so basically nothing. Yeah. I just wasn't mentally prepared for this pizza. That's all. I thought it was just, it has red peppers. No.
The only spicy things I've had recently, and I mean I took them well, was usually when I eat Pizza Hut whenever I go over there. I have with buffalo sauce instead of tomato sauce, and I'm like, oh, it has some kick, and then I eat a whole pizza of it, and I'm fine. And then during Kelsey's wedding, I had some kind of wrap with some kind of bullshit ass like buffalo sauce, and I took a bite, and I always know shit's gonna get real because the first thing that happens is I can't feel my mouth, so this is what when you eat spicy food, you're not supposed to lick your lips, but when my mouth like it electrics being numb, like I'm like, oh, this is, and then I can't feel my mouth. My first thing I do is I go,
because that's your tester. You use your
I make that sound, and then once that happens, I'm like, I can't feel and then I'm in for the ride.
It's already in your ass.
That's me putting the fucking
the seatbelt.
Seatbelt. I was gonna say roof tape.
I didn't know you're not supposed to lick your lips. Like that might have been a factor in why it got worse. Because it's literally I eat it and I was like trying to get it off my lips. Like so, that's
the problem. You're not supposed to do that.
That shit. I could be over exaggerating, but that process, I've usually eat the whole pie quickly. Like I'm good to go. This thing put a halt to that. It's like, you're gonna slow down. I got up to walk around a bit, right? No, it was a different
stuffed crust either. It was just
thin and crispy. Yeah, so maybe with like a
flatbread one.
Yeah, so there's no bread to soak. It was just heat. Normally, I would imagine like the bread would soak up some of that heat or something. It was a thin, crispy, and you know how I like to eat my pizza, like break in the middle, fold it New York style. So by the end of the fucking slice, it's like folded in half. So it's like a sandwich of heat, and I'm like, I fucking asked for this. And then the Cold Stone came, and I'm like, okay, this tastes good, it feels good, but then the aftermath. My toilet was probably calling 911 to be like, what the fuck is going? You should see what's going through me right now.
I'm assuming your asshole looked like Sauron by the end
Yep.
of it.
Yeah, it had to have, because I didn't eat the rest of the day. Like, I think after the Cold Stone, when I finished the Cold Stone, it was like, what, 3, maybe 4 o'clock? Didn't eat for the rest of the day. Every time food was mentioned, I'm like, I'm good. My body was like, no. It answered for me.
Similar end result in terms of I was done eating, but I had the exact opposite. Where we ordered Red Lobster because every weekend now we're just ordering like something.
Just take out or something, yeah.
Yeah, so no one has to cook and we just eat something. Red Lobster, boom, right? I don't remember what I normally order there, so like, let me look at the menu. All it showed, it didn't show what arrived. What the end result? It showed pasta, like the thick one, looks like fucking shoestring,
Oh,
and
okay.
then chicken. And I'm like, you know what?
Let's go.
That. So I'm sitting here in Discord with some friends. I don't remember what I was playing. Probably Guardians for 3 minutes.
Uh-huh.
No, it was after. No, it was when we were playing. It was when we were playing Nobody Saves the World. So we were playing that, and then the food arrived. And I opened the little. It's always in the black bottom with the see-through cover. But before I even open it, I just see solid, like, it looked like, I think it was cheese. Just imagine just, it looked like you know when you order new ice cream and it's just off the flattest layer of whatever you ordered. That's what it looked like. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Uh-huh.
And I put my fork through and magically grabbed the pasta. So it was so much that I maybe cleared like half the container, and I was already like comatose. I was doing
Just
I was, like,
sleep
bleeding and
with the
everything.
fork in your hand, just...
And the grandma was like, let's have wine while we're eating. So it was that, and I'm already like this, and I'm drinking on that. The whole day, it was like, I hated myself from the inside. I was ready
Yep.
for a nap the entire time.
Yep. Oh my god, that's what food does to you.
Oh, and then before I was like, I'm done eating. And the frame trap I was hit with, they left the cheddar biscuits next to me. I noticed the bag after. I'm like,
Oh my
well, let
god.
me. So
I mean,
had one of
is
those.
here, right? So let's
Yeah,
go.
that shit. Let me tell you something, Jack. When that shit's like warm and fresh,
And they break apart easily, and you're like, and you
yo,
can smell the...
when you know it's solid when you take the first bite and remember what it tastes like, and after that you're tonguing the biscuit. So like,
Yeah.
you're doing naughty things to this fucking biscuit.
Hey man, we're
I
in
was,
public. You're like a Red Lobster, just...
yeah, fucking ate out a whole cheddar biscuit
Yeah.
after the first bite. That's how good that shit tastes. I was literally pre-gaming comatose. At any point,
Mm-hmm.
the vibes were right. I could have just went horizontal.
So that's not a good time to watch anything.
Right. So then, I only finished half of the pasta, so we don't have to worry or make anything.
Mm-hmm.
My Sunday was the rest of the pasta,
So
and I was
you had...
like, I was fucking gone.
Yeah. That's how you sleep better. As soon as you eat that, just literally fall asleep. And then
You
you're
know,
gonna
it was a
wake up
lot
like...
because I was like, I'm not gonna have dessert. If I say that, that means that,
You're...
yeah, you gave me too much.
Yeah. That means please contact your portion your portion manager, and next time evaluate how much you're gonna give to someone.
I think it was Saturday. It was the same day, Saturday, before the comatose special.
Mm-hmm.
It was normally I don't like leaving open bags of cereal. Like I'll eat some, and then if there's some there, whatever it is, it's in the bowl.
You don't wait. Back up, because I mean I haven't had it in a while because I think they stopped making it. There's like a peanut butter granola thing that you see me using. That I eat a whole bag of. But you're saying
It's the kashi ones.
And you eat a
The
whole
whole
bag of a kashi?
So this is what happens, right? Sometimes I do, but usually, right. So Saturday comes, I fill up my regular bowl, which is like a respectable. I don't hate myself yet bowl size,
Yeah,
right?
like
And I fill that up regular cereal, like something that you wouldn't double take if you saw me eat what I ate.
Yeah, it's like, oh, regular cereal. Okay, we good.
Sunday morning comes up, I walk out, have my bowl there, and I pour the same portion, and I always make the mistake before I put the bag back in. I look at it like this. I go,
Mm-hmm.
that's my body saying, fuck it up.
Yeah.
I go and get my big bowl, and there's no longer a bag.
Yeah. That's where I started with it. When I used to do the granola stuff, I would get like a quarter of it, put it in, like I'd get a serving size, right? And there's usually like a few serving sizes. After a point, I don't know what weekend it was or whatever. After a point, I was like, I'm not even. I buy a bag. That's my 1 serving size,
Yeah.
and I just fill it up. And I'm like milk, and I just eat the whole fucking thing. And that's usually my day until like maybe at 8 p.m. on a Saturday, and I'm like, I think I can fuck out some Chex Mix, and then there goes Chex Mix.
I know I did my breakfast right because as soon as I'm like, once you get to a certain point while you're still eating that entire bag, you start to judge yourself.
Mhm.
You take a bite and you're like, "Fuck's your problem, dude?"
Yeah.
And especially with like that, my favorite one is the coconut almond one, which is that there's actual drugs in there. I'm convinced.
There might be.
It's like kind of sharp, so you start to feel it like in your mouth because you had too much of it, and like I guess it starts to kind of cut it.
Mhm.
So I'm feeling that. I'm feeling literally like I can
Bloat?
roll out.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why do you do this?
Yeah.
But I'm still eating this.
Yeah. The same
And
thing.
the
I
rest
can.
of the
Go
rest
ahead.
of the day is just me sitting here. I'm like, fucking idiot, just ate a whole bag of cereal.
Do the same thing with the bags. I haven't had that experience because they stopped selling it at Publix now, so I don't have to worry about it. About me accidentally walking by the aisle and grabbing like 3 bags.
Mhm.
So I've been good on that.
I eat well throughout the week. At least now I've cut it. I used to come home and do that every day. And so every day I'm like, all right, I worked out, and then 15 minutes later, you fucking stupid.
Why'd you eat a fucking
Yeah.
bowl?
Why'd you eat a
bag.
bag of fucking cereal?
Cereal, yeah.
But then I weaned off, and on the weekdays I behave,
Uh-huh.
and I guess that's my mind keeps it in the tuck, and when I see cereal, I'm like, you did well this whole week. Fuck it up.
Fuck it up, bro. Fuck around and find out.
Yeah. Try to fuck around and eat a whole bowl, a whole
Yeah.
bag, and that's usually what happens.
My
But it
God.
was that on top of the red lobster.
You get the red lobster. You get them biscuits.
Yeah, goddamn biscuit or red lobster.
Red biscuits and red lobsters.
Yeah, that whole bag was the pregame to the red lobster conundrum. I guess I'll call it. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, that.
And you think after you eat that much, you're telling yourself, yeah, I need to relax. It's gonna happen next weekend. And I've
Yeah.
already come to terms with it.
That's why I've just
Like-
dedicated either Sunday or depending on like how
It's
hard
both
I
for
went
me.
depends on if I like for whatever reason missed a day or didn't do cardio on a day. I'm like I'll leave it to one day and I'll fuck up something on one day on a Saturday or Sunday. But if it's like this week that just passed, I went hard, right? Worked out every day, boom, and cardio. I'm like, damn, I'm feeling it. Guns showing more, pumps there, taking creatine. We out here, right? So Saturday when I saw that pizza, I'm like, I can fuck up spicy pizza.
Fuck it up.
Fucked up that spicy pizza fucked up my asshole, right? Like, I thought. So that's what I get for that.
Yeah, I usually just eat. My weekdays consist of literally my breakfast is good because I'm trying to like find a way so that I don't look like I don't feel and look like I don't need to leave the house today. Fuck work.
Mm-hmm.
So I started drinking disgusting. Like I said, people don't like coffee; they like creamer, and I'm fully convinced that that's the case. I drink that, and then also a protein shake. Right?
Wait, go back. People who like coffee don't like creamer? What?
No. People who say they like coffee, in my head, they don't like coffee. They like the creamer. They drown the coffee in.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I drink that, and then un protein shake,
Un protein shake, yeah.
and then boom, nothing until 10:30, and then I eat my protein bar, TM right here,
Okay.
and
yeah.
then
Sponsor.
and then a yogurt, and then around 1:30 to 2 is when I eat my lunch, which is usually some kind of like
Chico.
rice, and then veggies, and then chicken.
Yeah.
And then I don't eat anything until I get home around like 6-ish, like 5:30 to 6-ish, and just have those Quest protein chips, and that's all I eat for the week.
I told you that shit slaps, right?
Yeah, I tried different flavors. So the ranch one fucks, right? The
Yeah.
cheddar one, it should just say salt. That's the flavor.
No, for me, what I don't like about the cheese, you're basically, when you bite one, you look back at your fingers, the cheese that's supposed to be on the chip is on your fingers now.
Yeah, you have a glove now.
Yeah, like that's my biggest complaint of the cheese one. I don't know that there's
That's-
another one. I don't even know those two.
Yeah. So that goes without saying. So the crime scene comes with you when you have the cheddar one, and it
Yeah.
should be renamed salt. I was like, oh, let me try this flavor out, and it was literally like the ocean came in my mouth. I was like, the fuck?
Uh-huh.
So I'm not really a fan of that one. Ranch goes off. It's the salt one, not for me. And there's one that's lime and chili. I was like, oh, this has the highest protein count and the bag's green. Gotta try with lime.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Slide.
Put it in my mouth and I'm like, this is spicy as fuck. But I'm okay with it.
It's spicy?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like
jalapeno. Yeah.
It's like lime and chili. Yeah.
It might have
It's
some sort of
spicy.
jalapeno on it.
It's not like it's not. It doesn't feel like when you eat something that's naturally spicy. So like a pepper, it's like those hot Cheetos where it's like artificial spicy. All it does is just feels like your mouth's
It's just heat.
like
Yeah.
acid. It doesn't feel like it's like you're spiced up. It's just acid in your mouth.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm okay with the flavor of it. And those are the only two I've tried. This one's like taco and it's a purple bag. I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna do that.
I might try the taco one because it's supposed to taste like the taco, like the taco itself.
Okay.
No, I'm asking. Is that what it says? It's like, is it like the taco?
I don't remember.
Outer whatever.
I just remember that was an option.
Shell. Thank you.
Back to the cereal real quick. We got this milk that's coconut and almond together, and it looks like a life potion, and it tastes like it. So every time, so the cereal already cracked, and then I keep forgetting what this milk tastes like. It's the opposite effect of Twizzlers, where I forget how much I hate it. Like, why do I hate it? And then I remember it's like biting your car.
Yeah.
So
The rubber on your car's wheels.
Yeah, imagine just sucking on your tire. That's what a Twizzler is, right? This was the opposite effect. I'm like, oh, this milk. Every time, you ever in disbelief of something so good that you immediately go for the second bite without digesting the first one?
Yeah.
I put the cereal in the milk in my mouth. I was like, go on, like out loud, and put it in my mouth.
Like you're trying to see how fast you're gonna get hiccups.
Basically, that milk is
the unsweet almond milk and coconut milk blend. Is that what it is? Silk.
What is it? I don't remember if it's. Let me see. Coconut.
It says almond and coconut
milk. This looks like it. The
Oh, it's Khalifa.
Califia Farms.
And that's what it looks like. Oh, I
think
that's a brand that Randall gets, right?
Yeah.
You get this specific milk, the coconut almond one?
No, he gets. Oh, okay.
That shit's horny.
It's horny.
If you don't have an almond allergy or coconut, go ahead.
This fucks.
Fuck it up.
I'm trying to see protein amount. No, sorry, can't.
There's no protein in it that I can remember.
It's 1 gram. I'm good. I'm sorry.
I mean, my cereal has enough of it because I put a whole bag in.
That's also true. You have something to offset it.
Offset.
Yeah. That shit has 1. I'm good. The Fairlife.
What are the ingredients in this milk? This sounds like something you'd hear a witch concocting. Locust bean gum.
That's not real. That's not real. That's some fucking acid. That's like that turns you into a sleeper agent. Holy shit!
Bean gum.
This episode's gonna be called How We Eat.
You already switched the name.
Yeah, that's like that. It depends on the content, right? So I mean, this is How We Eat. This is the episode. Randall, how do you eat?
What's your life like on the weekend?
Yeah, what's your life? What's your eat? What's your I fucked up badly nutrition wise?
Anytime I eat takeout.
Oh, so you don't have like oh, okay. For me, takeout in general, I don't feel bad. Like if I get like a sandwich or 2 sandwiches of Chick-fil-A, I don't feel bad because those things are jam packed with protein, right? And a good amount of carbs, and it's fried, so I guess that's the bad part. But it's not an entire pizza, right?
Do they have grilled spicy sandwiches?
They used to. That's what I would get. I would always get grilled spicy because it's a good medium. It's super healthy and it still had a good tasting spice to it. Then they removed it, which if I had to guess is because it wasn't selling as much. So fuck you, America, right? For not ordering grilled spicy chicken from Chick-fil-A.
Before this week, we each made a DoorDash account so we can get a discount code. So we made grandma an account.
Let's go.
Account, and then I made one. I was like, you know what? Spicy sandwich. I'm gonna switch it up. I didn't get any nuggets. I want spicy sandwich each time. I'm okay with it.
You've never had the spicy sandwich before?
No, I've had it. I was like, oh, this is okay. So the first time I ever had Chick-fil-A was a chicken sandwich. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
it's not for me. Maybe we'll get nuggets instead. And then I've been loaded on nuggets, nugget gang, if you will.
Oh, well, here's.
And then
But
I
you get
think
it
one time I
without
went to
pickles,
your
right?
place. Yeah, no. So I get pickle out of there, and I don't get the deluxe with hey, here's grass. No,
Okay.
I get
I go
the
way
multigrain
beyond that.
bread, the spicy chicken, Colby Jack cheese is what I put on there.
Oh, so you got cheese too. That's really good. You should try pepper
Colby
jack.
Jack. Yeah, next time I'm gonna fuck around with some pepper jack probably. I heard that one's more spice.
More spice. It's yeah. It's pepper cheese
do that.
with on top of the spicy. It's a good. I used to do that pepper jack on spicy chicken with multigrain. Now I've taken everything out. They might as well say, "Sir, why are you ordering this?" I get multigrain bun, right?
Mm-hmm.
The chicken itself, spicy chicken, no
Mm-hmm.
pickles and no butter on the bun.
I take off the butter too.
Like, and they just send me. It's basically here's fucking 2 slices of bread and the spicy chicken.
One time, I think it was the second time I ordered it consecutive. The only thing keeping the chicken in the sandwich was the cheese because it was like so. This is bun. Do it this way. This is the bun, right?
Okay.
And then this is the chicken.
Just
The shit was fucking drooping,
I
but
know
then the
what you
cheese was
mean.
like working real hard to keep it in that fucking sandwich.
I know what you mean. I've had some like fucking presentations where I'm like, did you try? It looks like they were playing basketball, trying to throw it into the box, and then like, oh, it got in there, and it's all like fucking upside down. It's sliding off, and I'm like,
I feel
okay.
I feel like they picked up they put cheese and burned it on the one side of the bun, and they picked up the chicken with the buns only, and then threw it like that in the bag. Is what I think they did.
Oh,
But then usually whenever we would at Chick-fil-A, I would just eat nuggets, no fries. But each time I'm like, you know what? Fuck around some fries and be unhealthy. I like the fries stuff, but I think next time if we go for more Chick-fil-A, I'm gonna double sandwich it up again.
That's how I do it. The only time I definitely get fries is if we're having a Cloud9 moment.
Mm.
Eating while on Cloud9 moment is another league. Like beyond any, and that's when I'll get like the meal. I'll just get a regular. I don't even take anything out. Give me a regular chicken sandwich with the regular potato fries, like the waffle fries things, and then I'll even get soda. Like I'll get Coke and stuff. It's like that's how transformative it is. And you're like,
I replaced. We didn't. I don't order anything. It's been just alcohol. So to add to it, it was the breakfast of like Comatose, the Red Lobster, and for like the past few weekends because we had so much alcohol left from the holidays.
yeah,
I'm like, I gotta clear space. I need to go back to wine only. So logically, I'm gonna drink everything out.
good job.
It's just been demasiado alcohol and calories.
Mason came over today to drop some stuff off. He looked at my corner. He's like, "Why does that get bigger every time I come over here? The corner where my alcohol is, it just gets increasing. I just don't drink any of it." I'm like, "Bro, just take a bottle if you want. Like I don't drink any of it. I still have the Imperial stuff sitting in the middle, and more shit just keeps. Either someone leaves a bottle or I get a bottle from somewhere, and it's like, okay, just adding it to the stock."
Look, all I'm saying, another content pitch. You can do drunk streams.
That's the problem with that is I might fall asleep. I'll just be like, and just the worst thing is me holding forward while sleeping or something. So I'll be playing something and just.
I mean, you just named the same risk as a 24-hour stream.
Yeah, but that one I can see that happening. I'll take a few next time I visit. Oh snap! He's gonna get litty bitty spaghetti hitty, dude. All right, you guys don't have to clip that out. So yeah, it's just sure. Like that has to be like a Friday, like wild shit. Because
whenever we do a 24-hour, or that, I'm gonna probably have to get picked up. I don't trust myself to drive home on that weekend. To be honest with you,
your body's gonna be like, fam, you can't motor vehicle. Right? You can't motor skills. Right?
In park, I'm gonna go into your house.
Yeah. Like you have a fucking hidden device that propels you like Go-Go Gadget's car right into my house.
I'm gonna set it to somersault like Lori, basically.
Oh my god. He should have fucking barrel rolled that vehicle on the first fucking turn.
Maybe one scene between her being told, "Hey, stay here," and then she barreled an entire vehicle.
Oh shit, that's funny. I have to see. I do want to try the no laughs stuff. Oh my god, drunk. The last time I think it was when I fucking spaced out and went wild on TF2.
No, it was one after that.
There's one after that? No, I don't think so.
I think one of the times, the last drunk stream was a group one. I think we played a fighting game, and then you guys started playing Overcooked. It was me, you. I think Johan was there, but I mean, he was too messed up. That guy snorts tequila.
Yeah, snort.
And then E-Man was there, and I think Pants was there. From what I remember, I think that was the last one you did.
I don't remember that one at all. Did we make? Oh, it was a drunk stream, so I'm assuming it exists on the channel somewhere.
It's in the channel, and it was still in your apartment.
Oh wow!
I think that's the last one.
I have to double look. I have to double check. Double look. Make sure to double look. And played a fighting game.
I want to say, but I don't remember.
I have to look to see what it was. Anywho, what the hell were we talking about? I have yet to open up the Bad Batch. No, I think we finished Bad Batch review there. So Red Notice. That's wild. Oh, Rand. Speaking of drunk, Randall, did you look into like a solution for your rum chata? Didn't you say you wanted to get like a rum chata or something?
I need to move on that.
Oh.
Oh no. It looks like the last one was in your house now. Volume 4? Is that 2017?
Really?
I don't see a newer one.
What'd you type into search?
Drunk.
Oh,
to
wow.
me or you?
So 2017. Oh, we played Jackbox. That's wild.
Is that what it's like having short hair?
What you mean?
Me.
When y'all going pro on Valorant by Adrian Batacourt? I don't think I've done a single round of ranked. I don't think I've played a single round of Valorant.
I'm not one to brag.
Yeah.
I placed Iron.
Is that the lowest?
Yeah.
Then I'll probably be Iron.
But there's levels to it.
What's the lowest Iron you can get?
Probably Iron 1.
Iron 1 is where that's my professional career goes.
I placed Iron 2 this season.
Let's go.
What's weird is lately, I've been
what?
When it comes to ranked, I've been like mid to top fragger, but I'm not a Call of Duty deathmatch guy, but I've been fragging.
That's good. That means you know how to hold the corners and stuff and wait for them to come in.
That being said, the game pisses me off the way the guns work.
But that's a modern way to use it.
Some people will like. So it's the lack of respect when it's me involved trying to do something nice, right? There's people who will cartwheel backflip sideways and still land a headshot, and I'm literally like T-posing in place, and it's like miss. The fuck?
Yeah, the fuck. Jones is smoking tunnel. They're in me. They're in me. Bro, I can send help. Like, what do you mean they're in you? Anyway, it's wild. Yeah, Valorant. I don't think I have an. Every time I watch people play it, I'm like, this is not for. It's just not for me. I don't think so.
I mean, I play because it's like a group activity with friends of mine.
Oh my god! Speaking of fucking BRs, I mean that's notable releases later, but then the control mode for Apex Legends comes out this week.
Oh, that's right. And the event for the characters.
Yep. So make sure to sign in to get some free characters. I think it's Octane first.
Yeah, I don't think any of them fit me.
I've seen some cracked Octane players, so especially if you're on movement.
That's how you play them. If you're on crack, if you're like ADHD to the max, you're an Octane man.
But you're probably an Octane man. Don't you like movement? Like that. He is movement.
That's different movement though.
Oh,
that's
drugs movement.
That's not how you play because you crouch walk everywhere in Siege. That's like the typical Ashe player where it's if you're not sprinting or holding W, it's imagine the human movie Cranked with Jason Statham.
Yeah.
That plot in an FPS is Octane.
Oh, okay.
Where if you stop moving, you die. The character you described, the new one, seems like it'll fit. You said it's like close range oriented.
Go watch that trailer. Maggie looks really cool. She looks it looks like they're trying to push like a close quarter shotgun main.
Well, that's me then. I guess we'll find out when we play it.
Johan in the chat says he already has an Octane. Oh, that's fine. They're giving away 2 other characters. It's like time sensitive. It's Octane.
You have 2 of the characters that they're giving.
Oh, he does. It's Octane, Watson, and Valkyrie. I'm assuming he has Watson because I remember he said he enjoyed Watson. I think I played with him and he picked Watson, so he definitely has that.
Wait, so Drip, she runs faster with a shotgun or just runs faster in general?
With a shotgun.
She's just Junkrat? You can't just say these words and not explain because you're getting me aroused right now.
Yeah, I have all 3.
3.
Oh, well, that sucks.
I'd have all 3 if you didn't force me to buy Gas Guy. Caustic.
Oh, you might want to look into Maggie because she looks like you might enjoy her, but I don't know.
I mean, if we stream it, I'll just buy it live.
Oh, no,
a little ball thing like Junkrat.
Yeah, Adri also confirmed in the chat that you get free boxes as well. So logging in daily for this portion of the season is still worth it. And of course, the fucking time limited mode, bro. Respawn control points. I don't know why it's time limited. They should just add it. Same way they did arenas.
Does it explode? A spike ball that explodes? Or is it just like you hit them with it? Because either way, that's funny to me. So there's a good chance. If it doesn't explode, there's a good chance when using it, I'm going to say, give him the hater. And I'm going to throw it.
Give him the hater.
Knowing me.
Forget about the curveball, Ricky. Or no,
it's about the curveball, Ricky.
I think he's just.
Give him the hater.
I think he just says forget the curveball. Give him the hater.
Spike ball explodes at the end of it, but barely does any damage.
I think the meh is better. But yeah, we're definitely going to be playing. We might have to do that this week, but instead of Nobody Saves the World.
Thing about me?
What about you, man?
Down for whatever.
Okay. I think it puts down like boost pads and it does damage in some way. Yes, definitely boost pads. Yeah. It puts down. It definitely does a boost, but I don't know if it does damage.
So I can rocket jump.
God, don't say that. I'm gonna cry on stream. Anyway, I thought about that too, like downloading TF2 and just playing it a bit, but I'm like, I can't handle it.
No, can't.
What's up?
If you reinstall it,
yeah,
they'll announce a season pass for it, and then as the 3rd character on the pass, the thing you wanted most is coming to the game.
If I launch TF2,
mm-hmm.
I'm talking about Team Fortress 2, not Titanfall 2.
Mm-hmm. No, I know what you're talking
They're
about.
going to add a season pass with characters. So there's going to be 12 characters at least, because you said 3.
You good?
The 10th class with the dog. Yeah, so that's the first character, is the dog.
Obviously.
So
that's the 3rd character, because obviously you want the dog the most.
Oh, okay. The dog with rockets, yeah, okay.
So then say the first 2. It's the lady, Pauline. That's her name?
Okay. So
She's
is she going to be a modified scout, or is she going to be her own thing?
They're going to be hybrid characters. So there's going to be 3 characters. Each one is going to be a mix between 2 of that class. So it's going to be a hybrid offense, defense, and then that last set of characters. Yeah.
So Pauline's going to be like a scout/engineer?
No. I'm saying she'll be a mix of 2 attacks. Someone else will be a mix of 2 defense.
Okay.
The defense one is the dog.
Okay, I thought you meant like it's going to be a mix between 2 of the overarching roles.
No. That's stupid what you said.
Okay. That's wild.
So she's going to be scout soldier. And then the... because now my idea for the dog doesn't make sense. So I'm going to go with your idea.
Uh-huh.
There's going to be a blend of them. The dog's going to be NG demo.
The dog's going to be an engineer.
NG demo.
Okay. You're sort of selling me on it, but I would like to see what an NG demo dog would look like.
Well, download the game, dude.
Okay. I'll do that. I think it's like, what, 20 gigs?
So he's bragging about space, huh?
Yeah.
He has superior dongles.
You should have seen the flex Janaina's been doing for the past, 3 weeks, bro.
What?
She over here like, oh, I forgot that I was paying for YouTube Premium, right? So she
Diablo.
like, and then an ad came up on while I was trying to show her a YouTube video, and then I looked at it and I'm like, must be nice, because she ain't getting more ads. And then she played a video and then forgot that she can do off like turning off the screen and have the video play. And she's like, oh, I forgot that the video was playing. I'm like, okay.
Yo, Hollywood changes people.
It does, bro. She got some money now. You know what I'm saying?
Some people, when they make their first M,
change, bro. She's flexing the whole time.
Yeah, we hate to see it.
Yeah, it happens to the best of them.
Dude, I still have her Christmas gift here.
I still have yours from I think it's E-Man and Johan and stuff that they have here. So we'll just trade.
Mm-hmm.
Like Pokemon cards.
If you talk to her, tell her I have her gift here and it rhymes with ban mine.
Okay. You're like, what is that? And it explodes.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild. What was I going to say? The landmine thing threw me off. If it comes to me, it comes to me. I don't know what it was.
I heard she was the Squidward of gaming.
What does that mean? That sounds like a compliment. Is that not a compliment?
I was with a group of friends they would do something in a game whenever we were playing. I'm like, yo, I think it's a Squidward of game. I just started saying it.
Oh, okay. That sounds like a compliment.
Yeah.
What do you got to be to do this? What do you have to do to be a Squidward of gaming?
Above and beyond, Anthony.
Oh, okay, then I can't. I can't be beyond. I got to be the real meat. That's a bar right there.
That's a bar.
That's a bar right there. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know where I'm at right now.
Speaking of bar, apparently Pusha T's gonna put out a song tonight called Diet Coke.
Oh, he's back on the drug. Okay.
And he's supposed to be this month he drops an album, so I'm just gonna be mixing that and Don FM. I'm gonna be snorting with Jim, apparently.
Shit. Damn, he's probably doing the rollout. Like maybe this is gonna be the single, and then like 2 weeks from now he'll drop.
I'm tempted. I don't know if I want to listen to it, knowing that he has an album coming. I hear it every stream I watch, Lamo.
Oh, when he says, stream. Oh, because it's like a running gag.
Yeah.
Nice. Good times.
That's kind of why I want to keep streaming on Fridays, because usually the shenanigans stream, where just me and some friends are in Discord just bullshitting.
Cause like this, it's like after if you're doing a shift at work and you guys all meet up at a bar or something and drink and just chill out. That's basically the idea for like a Friday night stream. It's the end of the work. It's the end of the work week. We are just chilling on stream, doing some labbing or whatever. Whatever the vibe is.
Yeah, I gotta stop being a little bitch.
Oh shit!
I think I want to keep those streams. Those are nice. I mean, people come in the most. Like you guys, everyone here. That's come in during those,
because that's exactly it. I'm done working for the day. I worked out, especially if Jana has like a late shift and I have nothing to do. I'll put a game up and I'll just put your stream on and fix whatever metadata you forgot to fucking update. Because I think last week you were playing Strive and it said you were playing something not Strive, and I'm like, you're not gonna get people coming in if they're not going to the right game.
Someone came in when I was playing Melty Blood. I'm trying to, and then they.
I think that's like, what you were playing Melty Blood, and it still said Strive.
I think you told me one said Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball was the one. Sorry. Because I think
I normally just use these settings for an old stream, and then I was all right, I'm ready.
Yeah, you gotta. The metadata there is important. What were we gonna say?
Do you have a template for your thumbnails?
Yes, I still need to send that to you. Sorry, I've already told you that I was gonna send it to you. I haven't yet.
Be your own sometimes. Make your first M, and then.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, what is it? 83 billion people listen to this podcast, and Randall hasn't said a thing. That's how good he is.
He's invested either in the movie he was watching, or he's just like.
Oh no, I'm just sitting here listening to you guys. I'm actually not doing anything.
Oh, okay. I thought you were still watching in the.
No, I paused it a while ago.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a guy when we were streaming Torchlight still. He came in and like, this is the worst music you can play while listening to, or while
playing Torchlight,
and then never said anything else. I was listening to jazz in a Diablo style game. Like this, congrats, you found the exact opposite song or type of music you should be listening to.
I would have been like, can you please send me what the thing is? And before he can reply, ban him. And then what's he gonna do?
How does someone get so pressed about you listening to calming music while autopiloting that they had to type that? And not even like, why are you listening to this? They put they thought they were clever.
Yeah.
They put congrats, and then when they hit enter, they did this. They went,
got him.
That's how they finished the sentence. Like,
It's difficult to put your mind, like, you have to be in a trolling. I can't think of a situation where I will type that unless I'm memeing, right? Like, I'm there to be like, I want to see your reaction. That's wild.
I don't remember who I was watching this with, but it was like a late night doing nothing. And we're just trolling through those weird. This is before like the hot tubbing Twitch era. We was going through and there's just people dancing or doing ASMR on camera.
Yeah.
And I would just write shit in there, but it was never acknowledged. There was one, it was like a Russian lady doing it. We were the only viewers. It did not acknowledge my sentence.
Oh, like, they didn't even read it out loud. Did you see him look at chat? Like,
they looked to the side, so I don't know.
that's wild.
He should just said he didn't like. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think I gotta force the Friday streams.
It'll go better once you get the wine in you. If you're doing the wine thing on Fridays, that's what it's starting. It's starting hitting the stream button. Once you're here, you're just vibing.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have like a dildo come out of the off camera. You know, it happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Randall? What?
I said sure.
Yeah, I remember that happened to you in '99.
I'd say no.
He didn't say no. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, what are we talking about?
So Bad Batch.
Yeah, so Bad Batch. Go watch it. That shit's dope. Enjoyed that a lot. I don't even know what else.
I don't remember what it's on the dock at this point. I have to pull
Yeah.
it up.
I know that the two things I had on there. Okay.
No, I forgot what I put on there.
You put Caprisongs
there.
and Circmvnt. And then Randall put House of Gucci. Actually, Randall, can you tell me about House of Gucci? Because I wanted to watch that. Do you remember it?
What'd you say?
What? Yo, Randall, you must have like some wild video playing right now. Like,
nah, I don't have anything playing. I just didn't understand what you said.
Oh, I said House of Gucci. I wanted to watch that a while back.
Uh-huh.
What did you think of it?
I thought it was a really good movie.
The thing that I didn't know, like, I don't know much about Gucci's like history. So one, I'd be learning. Second, I liked a lot of the actors that are in there. So that's why I was like, oh, I did some of my backlog because I wanted to watch them perform.
Yeah, it was a really good movie, man. I definitely recommend it.
Is it like a teachable thing, or is it just like the drama between the family? Like, do you know, like, learn about Gucci in any way, or
it's based on what actually happened in real life?
Okay.
With the Gucci family. Do you know at all?
I don't know anything. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I was hoping to watch it and learn something about like the brand or like something. So it sounds like you do learn some stuff. Is there something?
I mean, like, I think most people already know because it happened a while ago.
Yeah, I guess that's my question. Does the movie show anything that's like new to like the public, or is it like stuff we can just look up and see what happened to them?
You could definitely look up what happened because
Okay.
that's what it's about. It's about what happened. So, what's it? Mauricio.
Mauricio. Oh, accents. How are we in it?
It's 100% Italian.
Let's go.
So,
okay.
I mean, Al Pacino's in there. Lady Gaga.
I know Adam Driver's in it. Jared Leto.
Driver. Everybody knows it. I didn't even know that Lady Gaga was a part Italian.
Oh, in real life?
Yeah,
oh, in real life?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. I mean, even if you're just like going to watch for the accents are beautiful. I mean, they're you know.
How many mama mozzarellas are there in comparison to Luca?
None.
Ah, come on.
Because this is real. This is real life.
So is mama mozzarella. Like that's something people say.
I mean, yeah, the people might mention that if they're talking about food, but they don't just randomly say it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a little disappointing, man. I'm a little not excited anymore. Johan in the chat said Tony Pizza. Is there anyone named Tony Pizza in the movie?
Nah.
Okay. I don't know, Randall. It sounded like a wash to me.
Nah, it was. I mean, they didn't get high ratings, but they made double their money.
Oh, that's good.
It was 75 million, and it came out on top with 150 million
Was this a theater release or was it just on?
theater release.
Okay, so that's good. Yeah, I have it on my backlog. I gotta watch it. I saw the trailer and I saw the people in it. I'm like, I'm definitely interested.
It was really good, man. I mean, I enjoyed it because one, it's centered around the whole fashion world, um, the Gucci family, and it's messed up, man. The story, like the situation, what happened is it's really messed up.
How long was
Like,
it? Oh, okay, 2.5 hours too. It's a pretty lengthy one. Go ahead.
like I guess it's not really a spoil because I mean,
Like you said, yeah, you
it's,
can look it up.
it's historical events,
Yeah.
but nobody in the Gucci family is like running that business.
What?
So just imagine that you and Brian uh
Secret lovers.
made you and Brian made a business. I don't know, tearaway pants or some junk like that.
That's definitely a Brian business, but I'm definitely there to support.
And I mean, we talking about multi-billion-dollar business,
Okay.
and then neither one of y'all is running it. Like at one point you were, but through a series of events, you guys are no longer running it. So the
But
people who are actually running your company,
but do you
it's
get a
not.
cut of it?
It's nobody in the family. It's no longer being ran by anyone in the family,
But
but it still exists.
okay, but do I get a cut of it?
No,
Oh wow, so they've been pushed out completely.
well, some people died. Somebody was murdered. Uh, yeah. So that's how that happened. And
Landmine accident.
yeah,
That happened. That's yeah. That's my Brian's been warning. That's the story for us. Brian's been warning me about landmines all my life, and I've run into one and die.
I've been trying to
underneath the
train him.
toilet seat.
Yes,
That's a terrible way to go, man.
it
Why you
is. But I don't know why you took it there, Randall, but now I'm sad because I now have to look at my toilet seat every time I just sit down to take a shit. Imagine you trying to like release some painful stomach problems. You're trying to take a big old shit and explode. And what if you survive and now you have no ass?
I think it was King of the Hill. There's an episode where there's like either snakes or crocodiles in the sewer system. And every now and then, if I'm on the toilet for a little too long, I check to make sure there's not like a snake going up my ass.
I feel that.
Mm.
I've had those. For me, it happens randomly. Like sometimes I'd be sitting there and I'm like going through TikTok or something, and I'm like, I think I've been here too long. Like to the point where I'm like, I hear some water like dripping, but it's raining outside. So, but instead of me going, oh, it's raining outside,
Attack.
I'm like, I get up and look back real quick, like, what the fuck was that? That's the last thing I need, Randall. Some snake going up my asshole, right? That's the sound I'd make, and then I'd die.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So,
wild.
basically, the movie is about the historical events that happened, but just in case you don't know, it's about the Gucci family and their
And the
very
events
successful, huh?
and the events of the brand, I'm imagining.
Yeah, they're very successful fashion brand. Um, it was in the family. It was built by the family, and it was being ran 50-50 by the brothers, which is played by
Adam
Al
Driver.
Pacino.
Oh,
Al Pacino plays one of the brothers named Aldo Gucci, and the other one is played by the dude who plays Alfred in Batman.
Jeremy Irons.
Which Alfred?
Yeah. Jeremy Irons plays Rodolfo Gucci.
Okay.
Rodolfo.
Gucci.
Jared Leto was in the movie, and I did not know it was him until like the third act, and then I confirmed it when I saw the credits. He did one of those
Like
Gary Oldman makeovers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's pretty interesting. I like seeing that.
Like commish.
No.
like he had like makeup and prosthetic or whatever, and they like completely redid him.
Yeah, Gary Oldman, and I think it's called The Finest Hour.
Yeah,
He had like a full. He looked like was it Churchill? I think it was.
Churchill.
And that's what I guess what you're meaning, because he sort of looks like
yeah. I
Gary
didn't
Oldman,
know.
but
Based on all the stuff that they put on him, I didn't know it was him. And but then when I found out it was him, I couldn't unsee it.
yeah, that's cool.
Um, he plays one of the sons, so it's two sons underneath the two brothers who have like 50-50 share in the company.
Yeah,
And Adam Driver is one of them. The story is kind of centered around Adam Driver because him and Lady Gaga develop a romance for each other, and then they eventually get married, and then things start to spiral downhill because of like a bunch of things that happen. Um,
that
but
checks
it
out.
just the part that hit me the most. I mean, so first of all, I just want to say that the acting was really good. I was definitely. I don't know if it's because I'm into fashion why I was so uh
Attached
like
to
it
it.
had my attention.
Mhm.
I don't know if it was that. So I might be a little bit biased, or this review might be a little bit biased. You might watch it and you might be like, "Oh, the acting was cool, but the story was that."
Okay.
But I was really into it or whatever, and I thought the acting was really good. I don't think I've ever seen a movie with Lady Gaga in it, so she impressed me by her acting. I was really surprised how good of an actress she was.
Brian's been telling you to
Uh,
watch Stars Born, so I don't know what.
yeah, I've never seen that movie. I know I'm aware of it, but I've just never seen it because I know it has a lot of singing in it, and I wasn't sure if it was like a musical or not. Um, what else?
You
Acting was
wait,
great.
minus the ending of La La, you said you liked it, right?
Yeah, I love La La Land, but
Okay, so
it's I don't know.
Stars
It was
Born is similar.
ah,
What you
me.
moan at me?
Why did you moan?
I feel like it's risky, man. It's risky because
That's a different movie.
I
Yeah,
don't know. I just really don't like musicals. It was ironic because with La La Land, I never felt like there was any part that was cheesy. I guess because like their singing it wasn't like cheerfully annoying. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't one of those like every song was in like a let me pick like a pick me up song. It was a song, even if it did sound positive, it was a song that um pushed the story along. You know what I mean?
uh-huh.
Like the song that the thing that they were singing about was about an event that was happening, or how they were thinking about an event that was happening, or how they were dealing with it. Like it drove it moved the story along, so it wasn't distracting for me. So that's why I didn't mind it at all. Um,
Okay, so
but
then go watch Stars Born because you just described that movie.
mm,
There you go, Randall. Next week I better see you on that dock. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know about that. Um,
This movie's effect on you in regards to how you see Lady Gaga as an actress. That movie did it for me.
The thing about it is like I've always loved Lady Gaga, especially like as a singer, because I've always thought she had a beautiful voice, and um her performances were impressive to me, but I did not know she could act, and she sold me in this movie. Like I saw her as an actress, even though I know she's primarily known as a professional singer. Um, And
Does she,
she's adorable, man.
does
Like
she
I did
have?
not realize she was so small. Like she's like so Adam Driver is like 6'3", I think, 6'3", 6'4". She's like 5'2", maybe a little smaller than that.
Really? I thought she was taller
Yeah,
than that.
she's like really small, man. But she is so adorable, man. Like she's like one of those women like you want to just like
Oh,
cuddle and hold and protect
okay. I thought
because
you were gonna
she's
say
like
something.
small and adorable.
You're gonna go
But
wild here for a
anyway,
second.
huh?
I thought you were gonna go wild here for a second.
You talking about?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Um, what else? Everybody did a good job, man. Like everybody played the role like as if they were that person. I felt like I was watching a really good documentary.
Oh, like when they do like reenactment scenes and stuff, and you're like, oh, these guys are the people.
Yeah, they really felt like they were them. Even Lady Gaga, the lady that she plays Patricia, she
Patricia.
yeah, she kind of looks like her, like scary, like very close.
Well, they might have done some sort of like makeup stuff to make it look like her. If they went full out for Leto.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they didn't do any prosthetic stuff, but like,
Oh,
yeah, definitely like the hair and makeup. They made her look very close to her. What else? I don't know. I definitely recommend it again. I don't know if being into fashion has anything to do with why I liked it, but I did. I liked it a lot. I definitely I can see myself watching this again
oh, okay.
because for one thing, it takes place like in the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Oh, okay. So we cut through some time periods there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So you're just gonna rewatch the '80s part over and over again.
nah, I mean everything was cool, man. It was like there wasn't that I can think of there wasn't any parts in the movie that I was like bored or felt like they were dull. I will say that there was some so I'm familiar with actually happened in real life with the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I know the story. So when I was watching the movie, I know that there's stuff that they cut out. So it was those things that I
Like,
was like,
is it because it was like too personal, or
I
like
don't
they?
know why they cut
Oh,
it out.
okay.
Like, well, one thing, minor thing that is not really a huge deal to the movie, but in real life they actually have two daughters, but in the movie they only had one.
Maybe the daughter didn't want to be involved in the movie at all.
I don't know
That's weird. That's not. I wonder if there's like. I wonder if someone's asked that. Like,
because they're not in the movie. They're not like everything that happens when they're young. You understand what I'm saying? Like they're not the daughters are not adults. They're like kids.
right. That's weird. But maybe even still, like maybe to this day, it's like you're saying they don't own that brand or they don't get anything from it. So maybe the daughter
Well,
now.
they inherited. They don't own anything in the company, but they inherited their father's money.
Oh, okay.
So they're rich, but they just don't have any association with Gucci. Like as far as like running it. Which is that part right there for me was like the part that's like really sad because it's like you have this major conglomerate, like this huge fashion brand that's just like everyone knows who Gucci is.
Mm-hmm.
And these people are actually Gucci, like that's their bloodline, that's their last name, but they don't have any association with them.
That's wild.
All because of a series of events.
Right. We have some chat donated names for Italian people. We have Jim Ravi. I'm assuming that's supposed to be ravioli. We have Rick Stromboli. We have Giuseppe Alfredo. We have Frederick Fettuccini. And then we got Tommy Angel Hair. That sounds like a nickname. What are your thoughts on those names, Randall?
I mean, they all sound like Italian dishes.
Whoa. Those are people, Randall.
No.
What do you
Italian
mean?
names don't sound nothing like that.
Oh, man. That's wild. I'll be sure to invite all of them on the podcast so you can tell them that to their face.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky Risotto has a temper on him. So.
Yeah, Ricky Risotto. Holy shit. All right, Brian. The music minute. Hit him with your best shot.
Yeah, pull up Spotify, remember? Beep, beep, beep. So
You're supposed to do that to your lips, not your mustache. What the fuck was that? That, that was so fucking wrong. Oh, What makes it worse is because the camera's so zoomed in now, so like there's no denying how wrong that was.
It felt right.
Okay.
The hell's on my list?
FKA Twigs and I don't know how to pronounce his name. Elujay? Elujay? I'm sorry.
I start with FKA Twigs because that's what I heard first. I know her name, and I'm pretty sure I've heard her music before. But anything I've heard to prior to this, I don't remember the name of. I don't remember if she was a singer or a rapper, but I was like, I know this name. The whole album's out. Let me listen to it, right? So she released an album called Caprisongs. It's already a good name. It's 17 songs, but it's only 48 minutes. And I think there's like a couple interludes. I don't remember how many. It sounded like polished. There's nothing wrong with the way the album sounded. The music wasn't really for me, but I think she should, if she hasn't already, pitch this to be like licensed in movies. It's very like MCU soundtrack kind of thing. I think if she'd put this in the movies, it'd do really well. Actually, maybe that was the intent. So she's a singer. I didn't know she was from like the UK until like some of the skits, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Well, from Honda, you should have been like, okay, that's one of them things. I think it's called Honda.
I didn't listen to that until the album, I think.
Oh.
There's a song called Honda, yeah. Yeah, that I can recall, there was no song I hated. Everything was like, oh, this is cool. It didn't have enough for me like to love the song, with the exception of 3. I heard 3. The one The Weekend, Tears in the Club. I got emotional apparently.
I mean, you're in the club. You almost died in the disco.
Pamplemousse, which is I think a French word for like grapefruit or something.
Okay.
And I think that was like is it dance hall kind of? But that's Wine Your Bumpers music, and I enjoyed it.
Okay.
It's only a minute and a half, but I enjoyed it. And then the song with Georgia Smith, I really liked. I'm surprised I didn't care for the Daniel Caesar song. And there's some songs, like she came in, I'm like, this is it. And then it got to like another idea, and I was like, I'll fall back a bit off of this. But again, no songs I hated. It's pretty solid. For 17 songs and it being 48 minutes, I mean, I recommend it just to listen to it. I think it would strive or do well if she licenses these songs to music, because they fit like a kind of they fit like a not necessarily like a happy-go-lucky scene in a movie, but some of it does. Like I don't know how to explain it besides that. This felt very like score-ish instead of just R&B or just
like,
a
genre type.
Yeah.
There were some tracks on there that had some really, really good instrumentals, and then like the chorus came in, and I'm like, oh, I like the song, but I don't love it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's alright, it's solid. If you have 48 minutes to spare, I recommend listening to it.
I second that. I heard it today, so I don't have much to say on it because I only have one listen to it. But Honda, and I forgot what the track list is, but Honda and some other track I added to the list because I'm like, okay, this is slaps. It might have been that Pamplemousse one, the dancehall one.
Pamplemousse.
Yeah, the grapefruit.
I think that's what it is. Don't quote me on that. I don't know from.
Let me see real quick. I guess while I'm here, I have Spotify. I can just load it up.
Let me see. I'm gonna Google Pamplemousse English.
English. Oh, I got Poppy Bones.
Grapefruit, yeah.
The songs I did was Honda and Poppy Bones.
I think that was the one that I'm like, this could be it. And something about it, I was like,
Oh, and if you guys haven't heard it yet, it was first shown off on TikTok, but now the song's out. I don't know what you guys your thoughts on Young Gravy is.
Oh, the Hot Tub song?
Yes.
I liked it.
Like go listen to Hot Tub by Young Gravy, Dylan Francis, and T-Pain. It is what happens when you just literally vibe making a song. It's just for fun. It's just a fun fucking song.
I like how his voice sounds. Like the way he's mic'd up, or whoever engineers it does his vocal stuff. He sounds like if he has a radio show and then people just clip him and put him in a song.
Oh, I can see that. It's a certain level of deep voice it's super clear, but it still hits those bass tones, and it's like really nice. There's some people who have like super deep voices, and their voice, the clarity gets lost in the bass, where it's like it sounds muffled, like it's so down, like, and you're like, what is he saying? But go listen to it.
Yeah, that song's good. And then, I mean, it's not in this album. The Chris Brown single, "Iffy." That shit slaps.
FKA Twigs and Chris Brown.
No, just Chris Brown. It's a single
Oh,
called
okay.
"Iffy."
I'll have to listen to that.
That, like, from this New Music Friday, the standouts was that Chris Brown song. Was that Chris Brown song? The Elujay songs I think were already out. And it's a guy named Keshi who did a song called "Touch" that I've worked with heavy duty. And then Benny, I've heard of her before. I like how her voice, but there's a song that she put out I didn't care for. But Beach Boy, I really like that song.
Don't tell me you didn't like "Cool."
I don't remember.
When you get a chance, yeah, it's called "Cool" by Benny.
I've liked 4 songs from her.
And is one of them cool?
It's Beach Boy, Glitter, Want Me Back, and Super Lonely.
Gotcha. So go. Let me give you your 5th one. You're gonna heart and look up "Cool," KOOL, I think it is, by Benny, if I'm not mistaken. Or I could be mistaken. The hell do I know, right?
You look like a lamp, so.
But do I function like a lamp? Do I light up the room? Right? I
So
got
with a
bars
K?
today.
I see it.
I got bars today. That's letting you know right now.
Okay. Yeah, FKA Twigs. Give it a shot.
Okay.
And the other body of work was Elujay's This Accused, so I can sit next, the cool song. In 22, let me go to the album. Elujay, I don't remember if I heard him in SoundCloud days or just like for one of those Discover Weeklies, and one of his songs called Blue was recommended to me. Love that song. I think I heard this whole album. I was like, it's cool, but this specific song I liked a lot. And then I saw he put out an album, so I was just like, let me listen to it. It's called Circmvnt, but it's spelled all internet like.
Yeah, all like modern day.
So it doesn't have the E's, I think, or the vowels. What is it? It's missing the U in circum, and then the E in vent, but it's one word.
But I mean, the I is there. Isn't that I a vowel?
Yeah, it is. So it's just the letters that are missing happen to be vowels, but not all vowels are out.
Okay, because you're hitting me with some weird laws that name breaks.
11 songs, a little more than half an hour, 31 minutes, 12 seconds.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. And it doesn't sound like Tame Impala's music, but this album is one of those where when you hit play, it kind of all blends. Like it's like a trip.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not any songs that I hate on this. I only hearted 3, but I think Pandemia is the only one I was like, meh.
Okay.
The rest of it, yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed. The 3 that I loved being A Rat Race, Love a Rock, and 1080p. And the shit's playing. I'm in it. It's definitely. It gives me old complexion, Future Beats vibes, kind of. Which, I mean, he still does the show, but I don't listen anymore.
I haven't followed, yeah, unfortunately.
Not to say that there's like a reason, like, oh, he fell off. No, it's probably still great music. I haven't tuned in.
Yeah, the same thing with me. Because I remember I used to listen to that religiously. New episode of Future Beats or whatever, I'm out. I'm here.
When he used to go, oh, we're on Planet X, I'm like, here we go. Yeah. Not much to say about this. It's definitely a vibe album. He has a great voice. The song kind of fit it. It's weird that it's like vibey, but it's still kind of upbeat with the drum and bass kind of song, like 1080p.
Mm-hmm.
That shit it's upbeat, chill. And I guess that's the summary of the album in 2 words: upbeat, chill. Great voice.
Isn't that 3 words?
Easy listening. Upbeat is like 1 word.
Says who?
Me.
You're wild, bro. That's 2 words. Yeah. Right? Like, Hold on.
No.
It is
Type in upbeat with no space.
upbeat 2 words. I'm gonna ask the internet who knows everything, right? Oh, upbeat's 1 word. No dash.
Mm-hmm.
My bad. I thought it was up dash beat. I'm dumb.
Up dash B?
Up dash
You
beat.
playing Smash?
Yeah. It's just 1. My fault. I in my head, upbeat was up the dash and then beat. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're crazy.
I'm wild right now.
But that's my summary. So it's a quick 30-minute upbeat chill vibe with a great singer, great production. I recommend this. Out of the 2, I'd say this is easier to recommend, but they're both solid choices. I just enjoyed this one more for the week.
Okay. There's a lot of singles coming out. You know who finally dropped
Yeah.
more music? And I'm like, it's fine. I added it to my liked.
What?
Mr. Fiasco.
Lupe?
Yeah, he dropped one called Hustlers. I'm like,
I didn't
okay.
hear that. I didn't even know.
It's pretty solid. Nothing to nothing to clap your cheeks with, but pretty standard. Where we at here? Oh, the last thing I gotta talk about. Speaking of anime, I guess I should have talked about it earlier when we were talking about anime. Tokyo Revengers. I saw the first season that's out. It's an anime about a kid who's like, I guess he's supposed to be like a young adult, sort of. The way they draw some anime characters, you have no idea how old they are, right? So he has his own apartment. He has to pay, rent, things like that. Anyway, he sees on the TV that an accident happened, and one of his I think it was his ex-girlfriend from high school or something was caught in there and died. So he's like, oh shit, when I heard she died. And of course, moves on with his day, goes to a train station. Someone pushes him into the train tracks as the train was coming, and we assume he gets hit by the train. But then he wakes up, I forgot how many years before, like time travel, and he wakes up with the information he knows from that previous time back in that time period. I forgot how, back in high school. So then he sees his girl, he's like, oh, he starts having emotions, like, oh, I gotta save her. And so this show seems like, how can he save everyone by time traveling? If that makes sense. That's basically what this season becomes. It's like, oh, let me try to save everyone with time travel. So the hook was there in the beginning, the first few episodes, and then by the time I finished watching the show, I was like, I'm kind of over this. Because the way they do time travel is it's constantly moving. So he went back in time to that specific time when he woke up. And there's a way for him to travel back and forth. When you find out how it does, it's like, what? No, it doesn't really get explained. But the laws they make for this time travel stuff is a little iffy. Like, let's say today at February 7th, 2022, I go back. So now I'm in February 7th, 2012. Let's say it's 10 years, right? And let's say I spend a year or maybe a couple months in the past. When I come back to the future, it's been a couple months. That makes sense?
Okay.
So it constantly follows. It's like the Tomorrow War, I guess. Randall, does that make any sense? Is it like the Tomorrow War one?
But they keep going back and forth to a certain anchor point.
Yeah, like
time.
it's still, they go back and forth, but the time travel thing, it's like slowly moving with them.
Well, they're getting dropped by a machine into certain spots. I don't know if they go back to. Yeah, I guess they do go back to the same time. I'm not sure. I will have to look at it again. I don't know if they go back to the same time.
Right. But this one, the way they do it is like you go back by the amount of time. So he goes back 10 years of that time and goes forward X amount. I forgot how much the years are, but from that period, it's relative, right? It's not a specific date. Like, oh, I'm gonna go back to this date. It's just 10 years or X years back from that moment. But when he makes changes, that's where this thing to me gets messy. Where it's like he makes changes in the back or in the past, where you would think more drastic changes would happen in the future. And yes and no, they do have. Like, it's very the time traveling stuff is why I kind of like it got me there. And then the way they start handling it, I'm pulling back. 'Cause I'm like, it's not a very it seems messy. Like you're watching, like, what the fuck's happening here? Like there's some events that happen, and then you go back, and he'll come back in time again after going forward, where you're like, that some of the stuff should have changed in some way. I don't know. There is some really high parts with like emotional. Go ahead.
They're adapting the old method of time travel,
Which is
what you're saying. So just so that I understand what you're saying.
I think so, because it's like,
Because current time travel is supposed to be like once you leave one period, you can't go back. Like you create an alternate timeline.
correct. Here he can go back and have a conversation with people that know he went back, right?
Yeah.
Like he has like he checks in. Hey man, I did the thing I said I was gonna. Like it's so weird the way it's shown that I'm like, I just started like, let me just finish the season and I'm probably done, right? Not to say that there's not really strong, like I was saying, there's emotional moments where like the actors are doing really well. He has to see like people die, obviously, a bunch of times, but he has to like live with it. So he has to like be in the moment. You're seeing someone like you care about die multiple times, different ways or something. So you see a bunch of like really like high strung emotional scenes, and it's performed really well. I saw this subbed and dubbed, depending on what was available at the time. That's all you need to know about that. And anyway, so that's that. What happened, Randall?
I didn't say anything. That wasn't me.
Oh, I thought I heard like a lip smack.
I cracked my hand.
Oh. But that's that. It was an okay experience watching the season. Like, again, the time travel stuff is a bit messy in my opinion. But the performances were really good. There's some really like cool looking characters. Some of the fight scenes were really animated really well, and then that's pretty much it. I don't know. I don't even know if I can recommend it. Right? He fucking hated it. I think I'm trying to like save myself from. I can't. I'm gonna say no. I'm just gonna go ahead and don't watch Tokyo Revengers. There's something about it I just did not. It just didn't vibe. Like for something that like it hooks you in with, oh, let's fix the time travel part. So many other aspects are getting thrown in, and I'm like, okay, they're just gonna keep. It could have been a simple like one season thing, right? Like a short anime. Like let's go see if we can fix this with time travel. They do it and then move on. Right, and then we're done. They fix it, but now it's like it's getting more and more convoluted, and he's getting deeper and deeper, but not in an exciting way. And not in a non-exciting way. Does that make sense? Yeah. That's about it on Tokyo Revengers. It's like, nah, that's a pass for me. And that's it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. All right, that's it. That's all I have to say about that. I wanted the pregnant pause there for a bit. Anyway, moving on to, unless you guys have something else you guys want to chat about, we can move on.
I'm pregnant and it's mine.
Okay. I mean, how far along are you?
Large.
As long as you weren't small. That usually comes back to bite you. What are your thoughts on that, Randall?
None.
You have no thoughts?
On what Bryant said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
So if we give you an 11-foot pole.
What size of pole would you touch it with?
Yes.
I wouldn't. There wouldn't be there's no pole that exists.
Then why'd you mention a pole?
It's to give you perspective.
What are your thoughts on a cum stream?
I think kids are listening. You should probably watch your censorship.
Randall, all the 90 million of people watching this, they are parents and they're letting their kids watch this. So that's their problem, right? How about they be better parents, right? And just.
I mean, he took it all negative. A cum stream is like a come on and stream kind of thing. Like a cum stream with me.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if you want to be all pervert about it, watch your censorship. There's kids watching, you know?
Yeah. Well, I don't care if kids are watching. That's, they access this data. Technically, yes, this is data. So if they access this data, I mean, they were allowed to, right? Someone let them do it, right? It's not my platform, right? YouTube sorted out, Spotify sorted out, podcast services sorted out, right? Have some sort of like gatekeeping, right? Find out who these people are, and then let them watch the content, right? Okay, that was pretty good standing still there, Brian. But your tongue's kind of like,
Tried.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty good. But your tongue was kind of moving a bit, so make sure to jump into the hot tub. Anyway,
Hop in a hot tub.
yeah, and instrumental was super fun.
I like the first half more in terms of instrumental.
Oh,
Before
okay.
it drops.
Mm-hmm. That's fair, because that's like the more fun, upbeat part, and then they goes into like your standard hip hop like bass drop.
T-Pain went off, so I like T-Pain's part a lot too.
Yeah,
I just wish the instrumental was the same.
I mean, you can make that happen. All right, I don't know what that mustache movement fucking meant, but we'll go with it. I'm a little aroused. That's it, people. We're done here, right? Oh, I think I already mentioned it. Did I mention it on the podcast? Marvelous Mrs. Maisel season 4 was announced February
I think
18th.
that was before.
Well, there you go. For those who've already caught up with Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, new season soon, like a week or two, I guess, of this recording. So get on it. That's something you have in your backlog as well, huh?
I never started it.
Oh,
I mean, I probably will.
okay, so it's on your backlog.
I'll be 90 when I watch it. But
I mean, then you're ending your life.
my
Then
now, 40 years after my deceased brother,
yeah,
his honor, I'll start this.
Yeah, you know what? 40 years after his death, it's good. Now's a good time to watch this. I mean, your 90s will be lit then, and I don't mean the decade, right?
Because I'll be on fire.
Maybe you could probably have you'd be a bioman at that point. Like you'd be a cyborg, so you could be literally have a flamethrower in your hand.
Bicentennial Man was a really good movie.
Yes, it really was.
It's one of my favorite Robin Williams movie, to be honest with you.
That's your favorite one?
Probably.
Brenda, what's your favorite Robin Williams movie?
It's between Peter Pan and Mrs. Doubtfire. Probably Peter Pan.
Oh, okay. All right. So thoughts on
Just really good, man.
thoughts on Good Will Hunting?
I mean, it's solid, but
I think I pooped myself.
Bicentennial Man, that shit. I'm not even a robot, but it resonated.
That's usually what happens.
I did it. I don't know. To make a robot seem human, I feel like that's good writing. And I mean, it happens a lot. Like Wall-E, great robot writing.
Oh, speaking of which, are you gonna watch Bad Batch?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, at some point.
Okay, so I'm not gonna spoil it.
I like him as Genie. I mean, did a good job.
Oh yeah, Robin Williams as a genie was a good job. That's a good call out. Look at Johan. What about Jumanji?
I forget that that's just not like it's not just a buzzword. I forget that there's an actual movie.
There's a movie, yeah.
Not to say the movie's bad or anything, but I always think of Jumanji as like a joke word, like yak. I forget that's really an animal.
You forget yak as a real animal.
Yeah.
Because the word makes you laugh? Okay.
Yeah.
You know there's a song that says yakety yak, right?
There's a whole album of an artist I heard, and their name is Yak.
Okay. Oh, Randall, speaking... I forgot what the website was called, but someone at work sent me a link. It's like an awards, like a movie awards show, but it's like the worst of. Like, worst movie of the year, worst actress, worst supporting act, like the opposite of what people get awarded for.
That's messed up.
No, the best part for last year in 2021, they made a Bruce Willis category. Worst movie that Bruce Willis was in, and Cosmic Sin was in it.
Yeah.
That's how many he made, like 7 movies apparently from that category alone.
I wonder. I know it's none of my business, but I really need to know what's going on.
Like, yeah, for someone to make a new category for their worst of like award show, and you're the star of that category, right?
I mean, easy money is easy money. No matter what movie you make, as long as you don't slip up and do something racist,
But I feel,
he's gonna have a movie that plays every holiday.
but I feel like when you are as big as he is, I think. I mean, obviously, this is just my opinion because I have no knowledge of being an actor or whatever. But I feel like a actor that is big as he is, being an A-list actor, at a certain point, your career shifts into quality, not quantity. So it's like I forget who it was. I was watching some actor that was talking about that, and he was like, he he did something early on in his career that gave him the privilege where he didn't have to just choose a role that he felt wasn't really good. Like he can pick and choose versus like some actors and actresses when they start out, they're just trying to get a gig, so they'll pick almost anything just to be in, just to get their foot in the door to get started or whatever.
Probably
But I
Tom
feel like
Hanks.
everyone knows who Bruce Willis is. He has tons of money unless he's in financial trouble and we don't know about it. But aside from that, it's like I would figure like at this point, anything he picks will be like like top notch movies or whatever, not like low budget final project college type stuff. And I
Yeah,
feel like that's some of the stuff, at least some of the stuff that I've seen him in. I'm like,
What are
this
you
isn't
doing?
high quality.
I mean, you're missing a key component as to why someone might do something.
What?
If money's not the issue, we know he's set. Why not just do it for fun?
I mean, yeah, that's a valid point. I mean, that could be the
And
other reason. He just love acting that much that he just be in anything.
I mean, also, I mean, if you hear Bruce Willis is in a movie, it's kind of like a way to support whoever made it, low budget, whatever. That has eyes on it now because Bruce Willis is in it.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know if that's his reasoning, but
you know that this movie I directed, Bruce Willis was in it. I directed Bruce Willis. Do you? I wonder if these like the directors themselves, like if they're like starting off and Bruce Willis is in it, you tell him something like, "Hey man, I need you to do that." He does whatever the hell he wants
or like he'd be like, all right, for sure, and
for
then
sure, and it's
he doesn't do it.
yeah. And what are you gonna do? Okay, man, you're busting my balls, bro. I need you to do it as I say. No, he's not. I mean, I'm not saying he's not cooperative, but
I heard Tom Cruise is like a sweetheart on set. Heard that he's like very humble.
man, yeah, Brian. He learned how to.
What are you gonna call me?
I was gonna call you
I heard
Brian.
I heard the opposite. But if what you're saying is true, that's awesome.
Tom Cruise? You heard the opposite?
Yeah, I heard that he is like a control. Like he likes to control the set.
Well,
That's what I heard. But I mean, if what you're saying is true, then I would rather that.
I wasn't
Use.
there.
I mean, Randall, did you take helicopter flying lessons so you can do your own stunts?
He's the only person I know that's done that.
Okay, so then he's earned it, right? That's his set now, right? Did the director go in and learn how to fly helicopters, right? Did he learn how to ride a motorcycle, do his own stunts? Huh?
I mean, he's still a director though.
Okay, well, when he does all of the stunts that he wants Tom Cruise to do, then he can tell Tom Cruise what to do, right? What the heck?
Unless Tom Cruise is like part producer, then I can understand him having.
I think he's been producing the Mission Impossibles.
Name one beat he made.
This guy.
Da-da-da-da. For those who don't know, that's Bond.
I feel like. I feel like the last few movies that he's done,
I think it's just been Mission Impossible.
a major role in them, like as far as like producing. So I'm like, I think that he was in the position to call the shots because he's not just an actor.
Yeah, his money's on the line too.
Yeah.
Which I guess makes sense. Anywho. Excuse me. What are we talking about? How do we get on Tom Cruise? We talk about Schmurda or?
I think they schmurz Tom Cruise sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're doing another Live, Die, Repeat. Wow.
They are?
Yeah.
Is that the one you told me about the lady, the girl, and the guy in the same hallway every time or something?
Would you say, Brian?
Is that the one where the main character is a girl in like college or something?
I don't know
Live,
what.
Die, Repeat. I know the name, but I don't remember what it is.
Somebody's on the bridge.
Is there a bridge scene?
Someone's on the bridge.
I don't know. About.
Which one of the three movies has a bridge? Is what I'm asking you.
I think Brian's confusing Live, Die, and Repeat with Happy Kills Day or whatever, or Happy Death Day.
Oh, that's what he's talking about?
I think so. The girl that dies over and over, and she's the main character. That's the Happy Death Day movie.
And there's no bridge scene in that movie.
Yet.
Yeah. He'll post.
They do a new one. I guess they can always throw a bridge scene in it.
I mean, I heard there's a Snyder cut somewhere.
A Snyder cut of a movie he didn't direct?
There's a Snyder cut somewhere.
All right. What was I going to say before we got into bridges again?
What the hell's Live, Die, Repeat?
That's what it was. It's Emily Blunt and Tom Cruise. And basically Tom Cruise starts it's like Groundhog Day. Every time he dies, he starts over.
That's Edge of Tomorrow, isn't it?
That's one of the names it was called. And then it got rebranded. Yeah, it got rebranded as Live, Die, Repeat.
Okay, so here's my question. You said this is going to be a third movie?
Second.
Where did I get 3?
Because you said 3 movies of Bond. That's how.
Brian, man, what's wrong, bro?
Yeah, what the fuck is going on? Because you mentioned 3. Which of the 3 Bond movies had a bridge in it? So now you're thinking.
Before that, I feel like someone said Live, Die, Repeat 3. No?
No.
Someone said something involving a 3.
Oh, I said, they're making another Live, Die, Repeat. I didn't know that.
Those are 3 words, Brian.
No, so someone before I said it at some point said the word 3.
Okay, it's recorded, so if they did, they did.
Someone could have been me.
I'm thinking it's you, right?
I think it's the same person that's in his head that said that there's a Sully.
Yeah, that's who probably said it, Ryan.
It's him. Is it the guy in my head?
Did you find out at all, or did you give it another thought? No.
That's what I did on my Friday. That's why I didn't stream, guys.
Oh, okay.
You were looking for him the whole time?
I sat there like this, just
like Sherlock. He went into his mind palace and started looking.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tom Cruise is a producer on the new Top Gun movie.
Yeah,
The
that
one
I knew
about
about.
him?
Yeah. Well, it's not about him. Oh, is it? Focus on
Isn't
him?
it called Maverick?
Yeah.
But he's just
So
a teacher, though,
he's
right?
like the main piece, but I'm sure there's like other supporting characters.
Yeah, I don't know.
The name of the second movie is Live, Die, Repeat, and Repeat. Unless this is a different movie and I just clicked something random.
No,
that's the actual title. That's wild. Emily Blunt's coming back?
Rumored, apparently.
Ah, okay.
I hope they make a third one called Live, Die, Repeat, and Repeat, and Repeat. And when they announce it on the trailer, Baby Keem plays and says, "Do it again."
I did it again. Oh, yeah. And he comes out doing this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about that.
He's a producer on Mission Impossible 7.
That makes sense. I think he was producing the last 4, right? Emily Weed. Let's see what you did there. Emily Ganja.
I'm not supposed to break my NDA, but for this podcast, if you guys keep it on the hush, the last, I would say Final Furious movie.
Final Furious? Wait, that's a collaboration.
That's the episode this week on Final Furious. Oh shit!
That's better than the joke I was gonna make.
I feel like his brain is being split apart into different universes.
Holy shit.
I was gonna say that Fast and Furious 10 is actually a crossover with Mission Impossible, but I said Final Furious. That's the next expansion in Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Final Furious. Speaking of which, that Furiosa movie better come out soon.
Charlize is not in it. I hope you know that.
Oh, I don't care if the movie comes out anymore.
I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah,
Never
she's
mind.
not playing Furiosa. It's some other lady.
Okay, well, I'm cool then. I'm cool on that. That'll be like in 2 years. I'm good. I thought it was going to be her playing Furiosa. Never mind then. I don't understand why.
It's supposed to be a prequel to Mad Max.
Okay. I mean, that's cool and all, but I'm lost. You lost me. We were running through the weeds. You let go of my hand. I can't find my way out. It's
I
gone.
wonder if she said
I meant the next expansion for Final Fantasy 14. Oh. What? In 2 years. Okay. You said 2 years. For some reason, I read 2 years, acknowledged it was 2 years. Then you said expansion, and I'm like, 2 weeks? That's where I'm at. Our minds are deteriorating as we speak. Brian, you just want to see how long you can stand still, or what are we doing? You're moving. I saw you moving. If I
Chris
can
Hemsworth
Chris Hemsworth, what?
is in it. He's in Furiosa.
That's okay.
Is he Furiosa?
I mean, I didn't know that was the title of the movie when I filmed it, right? I didn't know that wasn't a Furiosa movie.
That'd be really good. That'd be good if Chris Hemsworth plays Furiosa in the prequel.
He's being played by Anya Taylor-Joy.
Oh,
okay.
From
Queen's Gambit, X-Men movie, the New Mutants, Split.
She's an X-Men?
The New Mutants.
Oh, the one with magic?
Yes.
Isn't she magic?
Yes. You're freaking the fuck out.
And that's the one with the bridge.
Yeah, that's the one with the bridge.
Need to something's going on.
Yeah, he needs sleep is what he needs. Johan in the chat, it's roughly a 2-year gap. This time it was more due to COVID, which is understandable. Those are facts.
I'm the main villain in the next expansion.
Brian, do you even know where that story is right now?
At its end.
And they're walking? I fucked him up cybernetically.
I was trying to remember another name of the expansion. I saw you doing.
Okay. Anywho. Speaking of games, there's some new ones coming out this week.
Which ones? Name 3.
So we got, okay, I don't have 3. I have 1 game and 2. I have 2 games and 1 expansion, or 1 content. So I was close. We have Sifu, a Sony exclusive / I think Epic Games exclusive. So you either have to wait to get it on Steam or find other means to play it on PC. And then if you have a console, go and grab it. Apex Legends finally drops its new season this week, which I guess tomorrow, as of this recording. Comes with a new character. It has a new mode, a limited time mode, a bunch, I think a new battle pass, of course. A bunch of new skins that comes with that battle pass. Did they announce a new melee? What is it called?
Heirloom?
The heirlooms? Do you know?
I don't know.
I don't remember seeing that.
This way more than I do.
Oh, okay.
The last time I play, I think is when you ask me to play.
Oh, so when we played Arenas last time, that's the last time we played?
Might be.
You're wild, bro. You should be playing Apex more than Valorant. That's just a hot take, I guess.
Play when I'm invited to play.
Okay. That's fair. But I have bias because these guys made Titanfall, so. And last but not least, Crossfire X, which is like a military shooter.
Card?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a military shooter with like over the top Michael Bay action for the campaign, so it looks pretty entertaining. It's like a popcorn action flick, but in game form, from what I've seen in the trailers. So
it's a game you can taste.
Yeah, you can taste the lead from the rounds being fired through the gun. That's some military SMR stuff right there. Someone just got roughed up. Anywho, the hell was that?
What?
For movies, we have Death on the Nile coming out this week, which is a sequel to Murder on the Orient Express, which if you haven't seen that, that was a really cool murder mystery. And now I guess it's like a second, I don't know if it's a sequel or not, but it's like this the same detective taking on a different case. So last on Murder on the Orient Express has some big names. I forgot who's in this one, but they usually have some like a decent amount of not decent amount. Usually some big actors and actresses, which off rip they do. We have Gal Gadot, Armie Hammer, Kenneth Branagh, Kenneth. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but he plays the detective, which is Hercule Poirot. Russell Brand, Tom Bateman, Annette Bening, Ali Fazell, Don French, Rose Leslie, which is the Johan's favorite character in Game of Thrones. What was her name?
Isn't she married to?
Yeah, she's
isn't she
actually married to.
to-
Yeah, she's actually married to Jon Snow. If I'm not mistaken. Who else is in it? Emma McKay, Sophie Okoneto, Jennifer Saunders, Letitia Wright from Black Panther fame. Letitia, sorry. Adam Garcia, Rick Warden, and John Wolfe.
What's Jon Snow's real name? It's right there.
Jon Snow's the actor name?
The actor name. What does it start with? Do you know it?
No, I'm looking it up now.
Oh.
Kit
Trying to
Harington
tease me.
is his name. Kit Harington. Anywho, that's it. For music, we have some music releases this week, but I didn't put anything on there. But we have stuff from Tegan and Sarah, Spoon, Sea Power, Jasmine Sullivan, Eddie Vedder, Alt J, Big Thief, Volvode. You know. And that's about it, folks. Right? That's it. Randall?
I don't think
What's up?
Knives Out 2 is going to be in theaters. I think it's going to be on Netflix.
That's weird.
They announced the cast too.
Oh, they did? I
Yeah.
didn't. Let me go look that up real quick while you guys. Hey, Randall, tell me what you're doing while I look this up this week.
I'm in it.
You said you're in it?
Oh, he's in the movie.
Apparently, Brian's in the movie. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm Knife.
Oh, excuse
you-
me.
Pull out.
Yeah, I'm out. I don't want to give you the whole story, but I'm out this movie.
Oh, that is a pretty good cast.
So me, and name the rest.
Jessica Henwick, Kate Hudson, Catherine Hahn.
You.
Yeah, shout out to Catherine Hahn. She a bad bitch. Madeline Klein, Ethan Hawke, Edward Norton, Dave Bautista, Leslie Odom Jr., and fucking Janelle Monáe. Yeah, we're out here for Knives Out too.
I mean, you didn't read my credit.
Oh, you told me not to publicly tell it, right? It's under wraps. Like, is it supposed to be a surprise?
I just said I'm in it.
Oh, we'll edit that out. So, Randall, what are you doing this week? Like I told you, you know what I'm saying? But you're just sitting there, you know? What?
In case you want to make a move.
I need you to say that again because Discord decided to crap out on us.
I said Netflix is at 402. Just in case you want to make a move. The highest they've been is $6.90, almost $700 per share.
Stock. Got it. Okay.
So if you want to bust some
No, I'm good on that.
cheese before all this stuff drop, because I'm pretty sure their stock is gonna go up.
Nah, I'm good on that. Johan is actually John Knives, for those who don't know. So, Randall, what are you doing this week?
So there's actually a
development.
movie. What?
Go ahead.
Brian looks creepy.
You mean creepy looks Brian?
There's a movie called House of Versace. So I'm gonna watch that.
Already? There's another one now?
This came out a long time ago. I watched it, but I don't remember. I don't remember it, so I'm gonna rewatch it. But I think it came out in 2000.
Oh, okay. So House of Versace is an old one, and Gucci was a newer one.
Huh?
Are you saying House of Versace is an older film and House of Gucci was a recent film?
I
Yeah.
thought the Versace one was a show. No?
There is one.
I-
Yeah, there's a show for Versace. But if you're talking about a film, that's different. There's a show that's out that's about Versace.
It's
That's
the
what
one
I'm thinking of.
film that came out like in 2013 or something like that.
Randall, I
You
swear
know
to
what you should
God,
watch
if
instead
I
of
look this
rewatching a
up,
movie?
What?
You know what you should watch instead of a movie you've already watched?
What?
A Star is Born.
Oh. Well, it would be like me watching a movie I haven't seen because I don't remember it. So it would be like me watching a brand new movie.
Well, you remember you watched it.
Yeah.
Just build diff.
okay, man, there's a show called American Crime Story. Season 2 of it. I mean, there's something you can watch after you watch the House of Versace movie. It's called The Assassination of Gianni Versace.
Okay.
That's what the movie's about.
Oh, then watch the show because it's probably better.
You said go watch.
Yeah.
Isn't Penelope Cruz in it?
Yes.
I'm in it.
Brian, you've been credited with a lot of stuff, dude. That's pretty good.
I'm just humble about it. I'm just build diff.
Okay. Well, I mean, watch the movie and then watch the show. See what you like better, right? Obviously, the show's probably gonna have a lot more stuff. Go ahead.
Like, is it a bunch of seasons?
No, the second season is about the Versace. It's a show where each season's about something different. The first
Like
season was okay, Randall. What?
I said something totally different or something
Yes.
different.
Something totally different. First season is the OJ versus the people. Second season is the Versace assassination, and then third was impeachment. I don't know what's it about.
I'm in that season.
It's like an anthology show. American Crime Story. So the
Is
season,
it a documentary or is it reenactment?
It's live footage of what happened.
it's a reenactment with like actual actors you've seen before.
So I'm probably gonna watch the movie, maybe check out the TV show.
Oh,
Great.
season 3 is about Bill Clinton's impeachment scandal.
Oh,
So the one you want to watch is season 2. Sorry, go ahead.
probably play Sifu.
Nice.
You
You gonna get it on Epic Game Store or you gonna get it on PS5?
I mean, come on, do you really gotta ask that question? I think you know the right answer.
I don't know if you're against the Epic Games doing exclusive stuff on PC or whatever.
Well, that's why I got Hitman.
Oh, okay, then you're good. Oh, so Brian, I don't know if you purposely moved your camera down, but
No, I'm sitting up.
oh, okay. Go ahead, Randall. Sorry, keep interrupting.
And the rest is the usual: gym, work, art, clothing brand. Yeah, that's all I got. I don't think there's any news. I already told you about. Now it's out. I felt like there's something else, but I can't remember what it is, so I'm done.
Okay. Before we move on to Brian's here, we got Johan in the chat with some list of games he wants to play this year. We got KOF 15, Lost Ark, and Elden Ring. So let's get it. I mean, you get to play those first two, all of them pretty soon. Elden Ring comes out soon. Brian, what are you doing this week?
They're all in the same month, aren't they?
Oh, they are? I thought.
I think
Okay, I thought Lost Ark was February. I thought it was this
we're in
month.
February.
Elden. Well, KOF, I thought when's KOF?
The 17th.
And then what? I thought one of those was in month. Oh, he meant like this month. Okay, so they're all in this month. I thought I thought Elden Ring was March. I don't know why.
Tiny Tina's March.
Oh, okay. I thought that was May. I got all the dates messed up. And I can stream it on Discord whenever I have free time for you. Oh, okay, that's true. Can't wait. King say.
Excited for that.
Tumblr or bust? Didn't that get bought out and like all the porn was removed? It's like useless now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it lost Spark.
It's
That's the name
tomorrow
of it.
if
For
you get
people
any
who bought
founder,
any of
yeah.
the founder packs, is tomorrow.
Tumblr it is. All right, Brian, what you guys doing this week? Or what you doing this week?
I might stream tomorrow Guardians just to get out of the way. Or I'm waiting on I contacted someone who made pixel art. I really liked what I saw and I messaged them to see if I can use it for a post.
Okay.
And if somehow they're like, fuck with it tomorrow, then I'll start working on that and I won't stream. But if not, I'll probably just try to get through Guardians in a day. And then Wednesday, I'm not so sure about a lot of things.
Okay, but we know what we're doing. Apex. We don't need the fucking cover. Go ahead.
Yeah, Wednesday's definitely a stream.
Okay.
But then on Thursday, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't think stream. If I somehow still have not beat Guardians in one stream, Thursday will be a fucking Guardian stream, and then Friday we'll figure it out.
Okay. Well, Friday's the after school special stream. We're done. It's Friday afternoon. Sure. We're just gonna be vibing with some Henny, right?
Yeah, you guys can feel free to bully me until I stream on Friday.
Okay. Okay. As for myself, we got
Hey Anthony.
What's up?
What are you doing?
All right. Well, tomorrow's my backlog day, but I finished Ion Fury last week, so new game tomorrow, which I'm doing bullets per minute. Because I saw the trailer for that, and I thought that was pretty interesting with like a shooter being synced with music. So we'll see how that turns out.
FPS rhythm game?
Yeah. So we'll see how that works. Yeah, and that's it. We'll try that out for Tuesday, and then Wednesday we got Apex new season. I want to try out. I really want to try out that 9v9 control points mode. So I hope it's really awesome and fun. And then Thursday, again, I'll go speak with Jenny to see what she wants to play for Thursday. And we'll sort it out. And that's it for the week. Any closing thoughts, you guys, before we get out of here, or what?
The next game you play tomorrow, I'm in it.
I don't know what's in that game, so sure.
I just told you me.
Okay, but I don't know. In voice form, are you a sprite? Did they just 3D model you in Unreal Engine 5 and you're just floating around while the rest of it is a pixel art? Like what? All right. So John says, bro, see you at the CVS on Thursday. CVS still exists? Yeah, there is. There's one down the street from me. What am I asking?
There's one next to my house.
I don't know why I thought Walgreens took over and there's no more CVS. You ever feel like you shit yourself?
Pharmacy gang war? Did you ask me or did you read that?
What?
That question. Did someone...
Oh, no, I just asked you. I didn't read that anymore.
I honestly, the way you said it, I thought that either I just said it or I wrote it. So I looked at your chat and I didn't see it. And I still thought that I somewhere wrote it.
I think I'm freaking out because I was doing this, right? But I was blocking the chair that you can clearly see on my screen. So I went like this and I freaked out that thing was that close to me. And it's been there the entire time. Anyway, it's definitely time to disconnect here. That's it for the ADLR podcast. We'll be back next week with more shenanigans. I mean, we've been slacking off for a lot of this recent episodes, but it's been fine. It's been content, right? Everyone's having a good old time. So that's all I got. Thank you guys for watching, listening, both. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast channels, whatever on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, YouTube, whatever, all of that. Just be like, yes, 5-star, because we're nothing but we're 6, but they only let us do 5.
Actually, there's a song written about us by The Dream, and we're TN.
We're 10. Shot it. Yeah. Johan in the chat just says Comcast, and we'll end with that. Bye.